Yes, a nice little cheese fondue with a little cigar on the side. Throw in a little doom and cup Betty, you've got yourself a hired P.I. Mouse P.I. for Hire's 100% journey was one that couldn't be turned into anything else but a movie. This classic old black and white boomer shooter tells the story of Jack Pepper, starring in 3 separate cases, piling up clues piece by piece just to figure out who done it. But this isn't just Pepper's story. This is also the story of how we tracked down all 38 newspapers, 41 baseball cards, 29 comics, and just enough schematics to fully upgrade our arsenal. This is the story of Jack Pepper and the missing magician.
It was the last stretch, and I was starting to get serious deja vu. Now, where did that bastard go?
The game starts off strong, people, let me tell you that. We have to catch our targets, and kicking down my first door, it seems that quick and steady solves the case. Well, you're damn right, detective. As I check out the other posters, I'll learn how the game works. For example, with the button M, we use this brush to know where we gotta hit. Of course, the basic gameplay stuff. I learn how to jump, crouch, and collect my first tenner. Go for a risky jump and get slightly hurt, so we pull out our gun and heal ourselves up by swinging a recovery wonder drug. I gun down our first goon, switch this switch to get towards our targets with the elevator, but first do a little typewriting Resident Evil game save. Right next to it, a safe that we got a tail pick. So we use our tail, little flexible tail, as a lockpick to go past all the locks. It's simple, but intriguing. It all kinda works like the game Snake. You cannot hit your own body or you'll be stuck. We found 30 coins inside and had some more company. Then we had to follow a wire leading to switches. To get to them switches, I first had opponents to deal with and another tail pick. We flipped the switch, having the door open up.
It's over. You got nowhere left to run.
I run toward the dream! A bright future ruled by big mice!
Oh, you absolute... Hey! Hell.
Oh, this bastard and his grunts are gonna pay, okay? They are surprisingly hard to deal with. But once dealt with, the roulette table stopped spinning and we continued deeper. With the ground suddenly shaking, must have been the wind. Heading deep down this place, also having to go through a little parkour bit, the next safe I opened had some spikes included. The locks are already getting quite harder. Ah, crap, really? He just went down the elevator. I guess we'll take the stairs. Which of course led to nothing but trouble, with the next safe also consisting of moves. Yes, you only had a limited amount of moves, and since I sucked at it and I couldn't figure it out in time, my time ran out and it got jammed. Oh, damn it. Oh, I need that moolah, dude. As I saw everything shake once more when entering this lockpick, I'm afraid of what's behind this door. Behind it, well, a suspicious amount of ammo and a health drink, and a safe typewriter, so that says it all.
Stop right there!
Hell.
He's way too far. I can hear you just fine, you meddling mouse!
Really? With the engines and the wind?
Don't care!
Fair enough. I'll be there in a blink, alright?
The man says it's the end for me. Well, first things first, it is at least the end of your dumb mice, even when I'm out of ammo. We cross the bridges, or well...
You rocked the boat too hard. This, where you fall down.
What a crap. Some falls don't begin in the sky. They begin in quiet rooms, with friendly voices and fondue bottles. Mine started a few weeks back. The sky was just the exit wound. It began with a call. Routine. Familiar. Wanda from the Mouseburg Herald. Usually she swings by the office with a lead. If it pans out, she hears it first. It's simple, really. She gets her story, I get a few bucks to stockpile cheese, and for a moment, Mouseburg gets to breathe easy.
But that specific day of Jack Pepper, well, it didn't breathe as easy. So we speak with Miss Lady Wanda Fuller, and she can give us more than a crumb. She can give us a magician. And for his case, well, the magician just suddenly disappeared, so he's gotta figure out how and where he went. Maybe he got kidnapped, maybe he got killed. There's only one way to find out. She gives us an access card. We are wondering how we can even use it because her name is on it. I first look around for maybe a baseball card, or a comic, or maybe a newspaper, but nothing laid around. So let's go to that guard.
No entry without an ID.
Oh, here you go, officer.
Oh, looking great today, Miss Fuller.
Oh, you. So, Blood is a moron. Well, good to know. Inside, first thing I find to my right is a newspaper. We have to find all these issues, so I gotta keep my eyes peeled for them. We need to find a green room key. Bandel's green room key to be specific. So I go into this vent, playing around with some switches, and well, I'll be damned! The key! Much obliged, Big Water Cup. Now, I was snooping around for secrets, alright, and it didn't take long until I found our first comic book. Oh, this is cool. I love these kind of add-ons. Not just a simple collectible, but things that actually show something. Anyway, I unlock the door to take our first clue, and an old page stained with cheese to an unsettling degree. We take extra evidence photos, and I spot this little frog in a hat with absolutely no use. Only just being there, good enough, I guess. Oh, crap. The coast is as clear as it's gonna get. The guard is gone, and the do not cross tape has been crossed. The door to the outside has been completely wrapped up as well. Guess we only got one way to go. Finding our next clue and also being brought to battle in an instant. It seems danger is already lurking. I find a baseball card just on the floor above us, on this little table, being a pitcher. When I exited the building, I was granted a little bit of armor, so yeah, this is indeed what happened. They are drive-buying now, but we show them who's boss. Going into the new area that has opened up, I go upstairs, break some crates, and see a totally normal wall that gives us a hit marker when shot, but does not break, so I guess we're gonna need dynamite or something. I jump across and see a locked door needing a loft key, so I go through the door that ain't locked, finding us a little Donkey Kong clue, or at least I think it's a hint towards Donkey Kong, but low-key hinting that we can use explosive barrels on that totally normal wall. So I shoot one, and yes, it is how that works. And through this gap, I shoot this box away to grab this key to open up the loft door for a secret blueprint. Then also inside this room, grab this explosive barrel to blow up the original wall that explodes the second you drop it. Okay, well, good to know. No problem though, as this leads to the exact place we already were, and I was thinking I was some sort of Einstein. Alright, I'm continuing for real now, and we drop this anvil on this idiot. Deal with a couple more idiots, and then outside once again to see a truck pass by, and oh boy! It brought in some mice to be dealt with, all 30s style. When taken care of, I found another comic book. Oh, very nice. Then I was down into the subway, where, well, we retract our pistol, as there are some good old friendly folk around here. Just going by their day. Would be a great place to hide some collectibles though. And if I were a developer, where would I? Haha! Most definitely in the staff only room. Where else possibly? We pull our gun again, though find another blueprint, but I know Jack Pepper has a great sense of smell. He smells danger from a cheeso-meter away. No boy, was he right. But no danger stands in his way though. I flip the switch which opens up this gate. And with little to no danger, behind it I find an armor plate of 40, so yes, a big fight was indeed met upon us. With the most mice coming at us thus far. And inside this train, when stepping out of it on the other end, we find another one of them vaults with a timer and a specific amount of turns. This time I opened it with it containing another schematic. Already owning 3 now. Continuing down from there, we see the janitor, Mike Maple. Well, low-key wanna shoot, but I can't. I pick up our 4th schematic and talk with Mike.
Mike Maple is the name.
Yeah, we were well aware. Although we cannot be mad at this guy because he does inform us that the baddies went upstairs. Which is too bad, as they're supposed to go down. So we go upstairs, and yes, Mike Maple was one trustworthy source alright. Once dealt with, we went back outside, on the other side, where we're looking for Betty's apartment. Once found inside her apartment, I find a torn diary with, well, if you wanna read, be my guest. But it is no collectible. Before I talk with her, I sniff the place out. Find another newspaper. Wait! Are those the cars from Brum? Brother, no way! I watch that stuff all the time! Anyway, we talk with Betty. Or should I say, Bet-E. Okay, that was not funny. Anyway, as you may have noticed, she tried to play a Skylander swap force with herself, which does not work. But apparently she was at least a girl who was good with Steve. So we ask her what exactly happened to her. Well, the only thing she's worried about is that she needs to find a new job. We tell her that we're looking for Steve and we need some help. And all she's still worried about is that her money is getting stolen. Listen, lady, nobody's gonna hurt you anymore. I just need to know why you're cut in pieces. The only thing she still talks about is the mafia and the mobsters. Ah, big mouse party, now we're getting somewhere. Ah, he liked hothy perfumes girls, okay. Yes, info. She talks about a stage designer.
Which stage designer?
He tagged along with Steve and basically became his new buddy. He could have some info. Thanks, lady. You could have started with that. So, we must head back to the office and sort things out. So we head there to, oh really, right now! Hey you guys, we got a woman in pieces. Literally not the time. Although, I did look around for a little bit of secrets. And none to be found. So we entered her car and entered the city. We have to speak to Wanda, as she knows a lot about celebrities. First I explore a little though. Looks like I can play baseball cards for $50 over here. In this bar I can go into this kitchen and just casually pick this door. They really don't care. Down here, we find a little Jack Pepper figurine. We tickle it and get a first secret collectible out of the 10. So there's even more besides comics, newspapers, and baseball cards? Oh boy. There's also this prize dispenser. No clue on how to get them tokens, but it'll come to light. Now we head to our own office, where I look at my crime wall. Here we can view active cases and associated clues. Clues collected in gameplay will be added to the carousel when opening the crime wall. Unassigned clues are stored in the carousel. Collect clues and resolve leads. Keep going to solve your case. Okie dokie then. Well, we got 3 clues. I pinpoint all 3, but with this, we are nowhere. But of course, a start is a start. So, it is time to speak with Wanda. She asks a bit on how her trip went, but that doesn't matter because we ask her about the stage designer, and she knows about him. He is called Roland, but nobody remembers his name, so they just call him the stage designer. Wanda had no clue that Roland could have possibly been involved into this, so that's also why she didn't name him. A stage designer is most likely at this opera. So, we're going to the Mouseburg Grand Opera. We ask the waiter by the door if Roland is working, aka the stage designer, and he casually rats him out, cause he's upstairs. Oh, sir waiter, you have no clue how much you have helped on this case. I found another newspaper, opened another safe, and had the slick waiter wanting 30 clams to open the door for us. Well, I don't think so, so I snatch another clue and use the vents instead. But of course, the vents break and it drops us back outside in the garbage.
Well done, genius. You broke the damn air duct.
Oh yeah, put some salt on the wound, you son of a... This time we avoid the hole, easy as that. Ventilation shaft is the way to go. We drop down here, find a... Oh yes! A shotgun, baby! Beat up this goon with her bare hands and find some, TNT. 2 pieces of dynamite. With them, we detonate this floor, and down there, got the stage designer tied up. As we cut him loose, we also give him a smack in the face.
What the hell was that for?
We need to know why he was so tight with Steve Vandal. He doesn't want to speak here though, because those bastards that tied him up can be back any second. We ask him, were they maybe saying anything suspicious? And they're planning to kill Stilton with a big loaded gun. Wait. Stilton? As in Cornelius Stilton? He isn't completely sure. Wait, he prepared a cannon? They're not... Wait, whoa. They're not preparing for a show, they're preparing an assassination.
There's Stilton. And there's the big gun. Judging by them bootsteps. So much for staying incognito.
Well, we must prevent Stilton's assassination. I blast the goons to oblivion with the shotgun for the very first time and find some cheese we can keep with ourselves. It is a recovery item. I can use it whenever I need HP. You know what else I can use? Another one of them baseball cards. Finding another picture, but this one looked a little, I don't know, dumb. Anyway, kablooey goes the wall, where we meet some more trouble, and down here we meet our very first sniper, who has a lot of HP and also deals much more damage. I flip the switch to move this crane, allowing us to proceed. But I first parkour onto these vents, where I find me another level bringing me down. And also being brought down by an extravaganza of extremely powerful hard-hitting mice, trying to take a good bite out of me. Well, you picked the wrong guy though. With the main gate open now, I arrive at the backstage. And the stage gets set up with some problematic mice starring the show. They make me go through this little show like I'm starring it now. Which I mean, I am, but I prefer not to flex on facts. So I flip me another switch, filling the place up with water and creating a bridge with another lever, lowering another platform and bringing more trouble. I use this little bouncy pad, bouncing to a cabin, having a piece of paper with 1, 2, 3, 4 written on it. And then I bounce into the path we have to head to. I was snooping around too much for secrets. I perfectly dodged your little stage strap, you fools! But normally you drop down there, so I have to head down there, whether I like it or not. So down the hatch, we fight. And right next to the old man, we find another newspaper. And then we talk with him. He asks us what brings us to this ancient place of learning. I don't know, man. It's a basement under a opera house. Well, he sees it differently. He will teach us an ancient technique. It changed his life, cost him 3 ribs. When you jump, don't act like you didn't. Clear your mind. No thoughts, no fear, no gravity. This has gotta be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. The stunt works. The great wheel of infinite cheddar. You just gotta believe. So we unlock the double jump. This is an epic feature. With it, I find another schematic and crawl down this vent to this time double jump over the little stage trap that was horribly planted anyway. Now we can rotate the stage cannon and make it fire toward nothing. But then we have the opera fat lady being a little pissed and dropping down a chandelier that well, puts the place on fire and puts us in a ring of fire. We do a little boss battle, and I have not informed you on it yet, but Jack Pepper is kinda like Cuphead, being able to dodge left and right and dash forward and back. Oh well, Cuphead can only go left and right, but you get the idea. She is one easy boss though. So I couldn't even really explain the fight, it was over too soon. But as the whole bloody theater's on fire now, we gotta get out of here. And preferably without being burned alive. I found another schematic on my way out, and at my exit, the roof collapsed, meaning I need another exit. So I broke down this pillar to make it to the kitchen, and from the kitchen we hear the stage designer outside. He unlocks the door for us. And we of course thank him for that, but he also thanks us for saving his skin. But now we need to know things about Bandle. He would love to help, but he doesn't know much. They were mostly just knocking back cold ones downtown. But Steve doesn't just vanish. Jack Pepper has known him for a long time. They went through hell together, back in the old world. The stage designer is very impressed that it's the real Jack Pepper, but he's touched, but it's not time for a highlight reel. Okay, so we pull the trigger, we know that the stage designer does not know where he is, but he must have a lead. When he had a few cold fondues, he started speaking a little bit, and he talked about a secret lab. That sounds like a long shot, but hey, what else do we have? Jack hasn't seen Steve in ages, so what he has been doing these days is something unimaginable. Best off just laying down some clues. With our 3 newly collected clues...
And give the car a proper wash. I'll be here for a bit.
Corny? What's he doing here?
Wait, Cornelius Stilton is here? Why is he here? That's a very good question. Well, what up, my fat man?
Jack! Good to see you, buddy.
He just casually shrugs it off that he was almost being assassinated 3 minutes ago. Alright, tough guy. Cornelius just wanted to thank us for saving his bum, but he wonders why we were there, so we tell him about the missing magician. He is interested, and asks what we have found. Well, not much so far, but he knows about Steve's hangouts. He apparently did some soul searching at a mansion on Mouseburg, which is a phenomenal lead. Thanks, Stilton, but we'll get there later. We first got a secret lab to go down to. Alright, well, I'm gonna interrupt it from here. I made one big mistake. I didn't start our first side job, so do you even know what that means? No? Well, it means that this entire playthrough so far has become invalid for 100%. And as I got no save file from that point on, I had to start a new game. Yes, already people, your handsome Icicle done it again and screwed himself over. Now, of course, this bitch was completely identical. Everything I did in here was the exact same as I covered. Although I did earn 2 achievements in the first mission, being Holy Trinity for killing 3 enemies with 1 shot, and Gautam for killing 5 enemies within 10 seconds. I guess my sharpshooting skills were already establishing. Now what I missed last time when we went to the job for the opera is we had to talk to Tammy first, cause she has her first side job. The quest is very simple, she has never been to an opera before and she wants some pictures of it. Just of how it looks. So yeah, great kiddo, I'll make a picture of it. And yeah, for that stupid little thing I had to start a whole new playthrough. So back at the theater, I went through the exact same way, the exact same route. If you're wondering if I maybe found some more collectibles on the way, well I actually did. Cause when I got the double jump, I backtracked and double jumped onto this ledge to get another picture baseball card. Okay, so when everything was on fire again, I had beaten the opera singing boss lady. At one of these balconies, we snap a quick pic for Tammy and finish this job. Then, back at the PI office, I talked with Tammy and showed her the fire picture. She isn't all too happy because that's not normally how an opera looks, which is understandable, but she pays us that sweet 100 coins, so I'm fine with it. Plus, we've beaten our first side job. But I once again made a major mistake. I only got 2 out of the 3 clues, and I need all of them for 100%. But I was able to reload from a checkpoint, as I this time made use of the 50 giving save slots. Although I did need to recollect all the collectibles, retake the picture for Tammy, and rebuy the paper at the Paperboy. But now, finally, we can go on. I'm sorry for screwing things up this bad, but we're back, people. Unless there fits a fourth clue on there. But I doubt it. So when I retalk to Stilton, our adventure continues. A continuation towards Bandel's secret lab. We see Bandel's laboratory open up, so we drive there and enter. According to Corny, the entrance should be around here, somewhere in this very creepy looking forest area. We get attacked by cultists, so that's great to know. We gotta keep our eyes peeled for cultists now. We find an elevator though and take it down, with Pepper surprised it even works. What was this Steve up to? The first room is infested with cultists, even ones wielding a riot shield. No problem, but it still ramps up quickly the difficulty. We flip a switch and continue it downwards, and then back upward, where we find another schematic and an octopus stuck in a tank. Okay, an octopus stuck in the tank. Up the stairs here to this room, I find another one of these papers and a clue. Damn, these are hidden well. I can seriously not miss a single one for those achievements, so gotta keep them eyes peeled. But it appears Steve worked with scientists, old world scientists. I find another newspaper on a pile of books, some varnisher, whatever that is, and press the big button, because why not? It turns the machine off and reveals the weapon that the varnisher is for. The varnisher is toxic stuff. When you shoot it at your opponents, they literally melt. Long story short, it's a powerhouse, alright. I pull the switch to deactivate two laser doors. Behind this laser door, we find a huge head, shooting some sort of lasers that just suddenly stop. Looks like we gotta get that running again, and also gotta keep these goons away from set plan. Doing so with the hot pepper I just ate, making Jack go crazy and punch their enemies to ash. Under the staircase, I find another baseball card, and then witness this furnace get shocked. And it is apparently called Robot Betty, telling us to be prepared to get annihilated. Yeah, sure, well, we'll see about that. Now, it started with dodging little lasers until she auto-locked and I needed to cover quickly. This fight wasn't all too hard. She just had an unnecessary amount of HP. And with such an unnecessary amount of HP, she eventually killed us when she had like 1 HP left. Oh, come on. We had a checkpoint though, so it was all okay. Beat her this time, and we hear Jack say that she looked a lot like Steve's old stage girl. Oh god, no, please don't tell me. If he did something like that, this Steve guy is one odd fella. I find another newspaper and have this guy in his cage calling us Master. Oh crap, he is not looking all okay in the head. But I'll let you go, mate. So, we're talking with Igor, and he makes it very clear that his name is Igor, because it's with 3 R's, and he keeps on making it very clear. That's about all I can say about this guy. I mean, Jesus, listening to this guy was harder than having to play through the entire first bit of the game. I'd better get going. He wants us to visit more often, and I'm very confident we sure as hell won't. Further down we go, where we gotta crack up the projector's power. I pull one switch for a platform, another for seriously no clue, but this third one lit up the projector. But before going there, I still pick this lock, because in this room is a comic. Find another one of these building Betty papers, which is weird, as we were just reading day 5 and now got day 47 laying in front of us. The projector is projecting some sort of hypno frog and leads back into the mouse head, squeaking like crazy, which I think is good. Wait, no! Another robot baddie? Oh, robot baddie. And this one is on the move, going at us slicing and dicing, while also placing mines around. Like, man, she's a pain in the ass, but got first strike though. The mouse was now out of teeth, so we could enter it safely. And did not go down an elevator, but fell down, now having to investigate the secret lab. Very clever, I love it. I switched a lever by doing some parkour here, but was being heavily hurt by these new robot enemies who, holy crap, deal damage alright. But we pulled this lever and raised the train out of the water. Still pick another door for yet another comic, got surprise attacked by some more robots, but I played it carefully. I was traversing the trains, and it looks like we are making it to the final stretch. We must find some clues. We must. We turn on the elevator with this button and find ourselves a schematic over here and another baseball card, earning me the starter deck achievement for having collected 5 baseball cards. Now, going up with the elevator, we see the final robot baddie form. And even for Steve, this is just crazy works. I first find me another newspaper, and then we arrive at the big boss battle. But underneath the staircase lies a vault with another schematic. Inside the laboratory, the door closes behind us. And the fully maxed out robot Betty has been ordered by Steve to stop any intruders. Well then, let's see what you got, old rust bucket. Her attacks are all just the previous ones, but combined, including these bombing dogs. So instead of mines, you just got guided missiles coming after you. Now surprisingly, this fight was genuinely not so hard. I expected it to be a death sentence, but it could have been 10 times worse. So we brought the boom to that machine. And when we find Steve, we will have a long talk with him about his life choices. We find the final clue and gotta leave the lab now, with the Quiddophone. Back at the P.I. office, it looks like Tammy is gone and left a note. Ballistics augmentation and noteworthy gains. Click not the backing payload you promised. Tired of firing blanks when you need a real bang? Whether you're looking for a long barrel, quicker release, or just something with a little extra kick. Swing by my workshop and I've got a brand new piece of banging genius you don't want to miss. Written by Tammy T. Well, okie dokie then. We can probably use her schematics there. But then Stilton interrupts me.
Mind if I borrow a minute, sport?
Yes, actually, I do mind, as I collected 4 clues, which is scaring me because at the other one I collected 3. And if I gotta rebeat the whole game by the end of this, I will probably jump in a pack of rat traps. Anyway, Jack figures out absolutely nothing with the 4 clues. So, that actually isn't very good. Maybe we need to talk to the rest first before pulling any conclusions. So Cornelius, what you got?
Well, there's another issue I wanted to talk to you about.
Well, spill the beans, buddy. He is concerned for their little brothers. Bro, listen, I just told you to spill the beans. Just spill them. There's been a disappearance. The shrews are in danger. A little birdie told them that the shrews are disappearing faster than a shell trench. And the police might be involved. Nobody really knows what to make of it. Maybe someone who is very good at solving mysteries could, you know, fix it up. I have no clue what he's talking about. Yeah, no, we gotta solve it. So to check out the shrews, we have to head to Clergy Row. And our next side mission should be at the Cheeseball Sub. But once again, let's just first ask around before pulling any conclusions. So Tammy Tumbler, what does she have to say? That announcement she put up with her new upgrading workshop bang thingy, Jack Pepper saw banging as banging. Yeah, I don't think I gotta elaborate on that. Anyway, we can upgrade our miser, boomstick, and the varnisher here. Indeed, costing schematics, so I fully upgrade my boomstick for the This Is My Boomstick achievement. Then 1 upgrade for both my varnisher and miser. And that's about it for now. With our boomstick, miser, and the varnisher all getting an alt shot. And I'm very excited to see it. But we'll see what it'll do when we'll see what it can do. When I hold down tab, I can see my weapon wheel, and it looks like we have barely started. I quickly check at the ammo store what I could have possibly missed, and no newspapers missed yet, and I think that some baseball cards are just need to be bought, cause no way we already missed this many. And we missed 2 comics so far, not too shabby, but to be honest, I was hoping to not miss anything. So I buy him, of course, and head to Wanda. She asked if we saw the secret lab, and well, we sure saw the secret lab. We tell her about what we all saw, robots, experiments, all crazy stuff. You wouldn't even be able to name it that Steve is behind this. But he was filthy rich, and money does weird things with you. We found something about the dead starlet, and she used to be a stage girl for the Tinsel brothers. Well, I guess that was the robot we fought. That is disgusting. This case might be bigger than we first thought. We are not sure yet what this could possibly lead to, so we gotta rethink and figure out what these clues can lead us to. And the best place to rethink is just heading to Clergy Row first. So with our car, I went to the newly opened Clergy Row. This startled fleeing Shrew tells us he is innocent. Well, we tell him we ain't no cop, but what has got him so jumpy? Well, those other cops. Our shrews are being nabbed for just being a shrew. They've put up with that for years, but now it's just getting out of hand. And as the shrew flees, we are being shot by cops. And not the kind of cops. Yeah, no, these ain't no cops. No way, these cops can't just be fighting for the law. Something else is at stake. Once taken care of, I find my first baseball batter cards down here. And figured I now got 10 bullets in my shotty instead of the original 4. So those upgrades are really good. We take a picture of this ridiculous stuff that the cops are doing. Cornelius needs to know about this madness, pronto. Oh, and wanna see the old attack of the boomstick? It's one huge explosive shot. So big and explosive, I boomed my own stick out of there. Or maybe I just got hit by this train passing by every 5 seconds. It was probably the train. Now I double jump over this brick wall for the next newspaper. Now it looks like we once again got a key to find. A deli to be specific. And well, it wasn't crazy to get. Oh, and we eat some spinach, turning into Popeye and beating the crap out of these jokers. It truly shows you gotta eat your vegetables, kids. Inside the building we needed the key for, at the end of it we use this trampoline to jump to the next apartment building. Where we also find a newspaper, getting me the cover to cover achievement for having collected 10 issues in total. Now, from this window we see a target which drops a bridge. So we are now approaching the police station with slight trouble. Once there, we review a sneaky little vent. Now, inside the police station are a lot of bad cops imprisoned. But one good cop asks us if we can set him free. Well, of course, but I first gotta count to 26 with a bunch of levers, which, well, was pretty easy. And then count to 35. Like a boss. But well, we first had some more bad cops to deal with, as we still need their prison cell keys. So we head to their office, wipe their whole crew out, and then I snoop around this place real good, finding another clue in a safe. A Tommy gun! A Tommy gun! Oh yes! That is the firepower I like. And I snooped around a little extra to, look at that! We find another comic. Now, it is time to escape the district. I spot another little Welcome Leon reference, which is, well, quite a reference that I love to see. And then, well, actually try to escape the district. We had to run, kill some coppers and blow this wall up, containing 60 bucks, and then shoot this gas tank, having to deal with a bunch more coppers, then backtrack quite a bit to the police station to double jump from the car over to this fence, and then find a comic in this chair, giving me the extremely graphic novel achievement. And then jump over this other fence, shoot the barrel, where we go past the cell, go into this guard room, and find the jail door prison key. Then, open up this jail and collect another baseball card. With all that found, we officially escape the district.
It didn't seem like much at first. Wasn't even sure it was a case, but the job Stilton handed me felt like I stepped right on a buried mine. The mess with the shrews, well, ruckus don't seem to cut it. Poor bastards. I was in too deep. Way deeper than I signed up for. Stilton. He shoved me into this mess. Now it's his turn to pull me back out. Well,
Yeah, sounds about fair. Now Jack wants to fill everyone in though, not just Stilton. So we pin our 3 clues on our new case, Shrew shortage, and talk with Stilton first. He's of course curious if we found anything of substance. Well, we tell him that the cops are rounding up the shrews, and not just to arrest them. Something's rotten in the police force. I mean, they've been locking up their own behind bars. As there were no shrews behind bars, we wonder that they may be holding them somewhere else. We found a sewer map, so the Cheeseball subway is the old subway we're heading. Now, like I said, the Cheeseball sub mission has a side job, one that Tammy has for us. We tell her that we're heading to the old subway, but she says we gotta watch her back, because the old subway was the place the cheeseleggers smuggled all their blue cheese. But of course the favors still had to come in. They used to have these black market workshops all over the place, mostly full of junk, but back when she actually worked there, she came across plans. Plans for some seriously fancy stuff, mostly guides to right fixing, rights and tuning engines. But maybe those plans could help this workshop big time. So we also gotta search some blueprints for Tammy. Now the Tommy gun, aka James gun, has been added to the Bang too. So we give it a little upgrade, twice, because why not? With those things settled, it's time to head to the old subway. We had to find the missing shrews. So it was time to push through with another hot pepper. After that we found ourselves a ticket booth key, and behind the door another newspaper on this nice desk. Going down the story path again, we pick up a tiny hat. It's excellent evidence, and it is a perfect fit for a shrew, with behind this door me almost meeting my fate. I just pulled through with 4 HP. But all problems were good as up here I found another newspaper. It is raining newspapers. Going up we spot some mice being hit by a train. Well, even they didn't deserve a death like that. Jesus. Now once again sidetracks from the main quest for a bit to till pick this time's lock, where quite a bit further down we find a baseball card hanging on a drying line. Well sweet, it's another batter. Now further down the line we meet our first flying mice that I just blow up into bits and let burn in hell, annoying rats. Now the next room was once again pretty big trouble, not for Pepper though, and inside here, well, it was trouble, I'll tell you that much. But we earned the monster kill for killing 10 enemies within 20 seconds. And then survive the fights with 3 HP, so there's that. I double jump into this window and progress to sewers, where we find a haunted train. And on the other sides we enter an area where we are not allowed to use our flashlight for some reason. This was most likely a day 1 glitch, but a pretty game-breaking one, I'll tell you that much. I could barely traverse this place, it was seriously impossible. So I just let myself get killed real quick, hopefully fixing it. And yep, the flashlight was supposed to work here. But that place was only for that stupid safe. I was wandering at that section for quite a bit. Oh, what? I was supposed to go down here. So I just found a useless secret area. Okay, well, okie dokie then. Here I was supposed to go. But all wounds were patched up. Another newspaper was found. Hey, that puts a smile on my face. And behind this lock, we go up here, pull a lever, lifting a little passage for us. Well, ain't that sweet? And from there, another switch. Baby, how many more bloody switches are we gonna pull? Don't know. But this one pulled up this wooden gate. But we read a sign saying, beware. So something could or probably will be up ahead. And from this vent we meet the ticket collector. This ticket collector asks people about tickets. When he did, he got beat up. Well, we tell him to relax. We're just a PI, we don't rough up people for no good reason. And he talks about the man having worn some briny overalls. Tells us that that must be something part of their shady business. We ask him where he could have possibly ran off to, and he says it's hard to tell. He's been too busy seeing stars since they left. But if he had to guess, they'd probably be running their racket further down the canals, because there's a lot of movement there for a section supposed to shut down. Oh, and they got their foreman. He's got a nasty snap. Well, noted, sir. Yeah, he asked if we got some tickets. Hey, now don't push your luck here. So to chase down the briny overall guy, we got a bunch of goons to go through. And with a bunch, I mean like a cheese wheel of them.
So, you're a pesky mouse.
So the rumors are true. A giant gator in the sewers with a Gatling gun.
You better believe it, bub.
Well, you better also believe it, bub, that some stupid-ass crocodile looking like this ain't really scaring me. My guy was as weak as mozzarella. I put him into the fondue within seconds. It is very simple, because when he shoots his Gatling gun, he cannot walk. He stands idle. So what you do is you throw an explosive barrel at him, he gets consistent damage from the fire, and that's it, that's the boss. And just don't stand in his line of fire. Newsflash. So when defeated, I do a little bit of crazy parkour in his little boss room to find a comic. And then we learn how to use our tail as a helicopter and can now glide like those other annoying flying rascals. We had to do a little obstacle course with this new trick, which wasn't all too troublesome. When I passed it though, we had another, with some mid-air combat. Now after the mid-air combat was more ground combat, where I finally snagged the Boomtown achievement for having killed 20 enemies in a single playthrough by kicking or throwing explosive barrels. Now once exiting this ventilation shaft, I tail-picked this door to activate the switch to fly high into the sky, allowing me to grab our second figurine, even though it says 1, as I forgot to grab the one we found at the bar on the first playthrough. But most importantly, inside this train car down here are the interesting blueprints Tammy needed. And I guess we'll find out if it's good if Tammy starts yelling. Now we spot the cheese-legger foreman and confront him.
Listen, Couillon, I don't know what made you change your mind. Wait. You're not one of them coppers. Of the crooked kind?
No, we're one of those guys who brings lost shrews back home. So this ends one of two ways. He goes in cuffs, or he's on the ground. This will both end into him spilling the beans. He explains himself that his crew is just transport, hired help, and outsource. I mean, that's what the boss told him to say. The real rats pulling the strings are the cops. All they do is just deliver. The coppers made them do it. They are bringing the shrews to the Wallop Bay, but the cops take the cargo over by the sewers, so he does not know the exact location. But at least we know Wallop Bay is our next goal. Now we return to the office with our little car raft delivery. Great. So we get cheese-leggers, dirty cops, even cultists. The mysteries are piling up. Checking in at the store, newspapers and comics both sold out. Of course, them damn baseball cards, no limits. So I bought Joe Blunt, as he was cheap, and left it for now.
Jack! Over here's a sport.
Ah, so there you are, Stilton. We ask him how life's been treating him. I mean, come on, he's been through quite a lot. And honestly, he's fine. He just wants to know if we learned anything new about those poor missing shrews. Well, we did for a change. We know where they are taking them. Or, well, not exactly, but we've got quite a lead. But Jack's plan is to first poke around some other cases to, you know, get a nice, good lead. I kinda disagree here, but hey, he makes the calls. I added the 4 clues to our board.
It was a day like any other. Until her. The woman. That woman. She waltzed into my office like she owned the place. Didn't have to say a word. I saw her voice the moment she walked through the door. Wrapped in makeup and a cloud of perfume reserved for the sleaziest Tinsel Brothers party. No, that voice. Not a contralto. The contralto. Thick. Rough. Like Gorgonzola picante slapped on a mozzarella platter.
Monsieur Jacques?
Oh, sexy French-speaking mouse lady. Yep, smash. No, okay. What does Miss Vivian McCarthy have to say?
Bonjour, Monsieur Jacques.
Yes, je m'appelle Artic Icicle. Yeah, talk English, lady. As Jack also says that he's too tired, too hungry, and way too sober for this nonsense. We just need to cut to the chase. Anyway, she has a job for us. We don't want any more headaches, but she finds that nonsense. We're drowning in debt. We need a big case, and she says she got a big one. It's about her friend. She's dead. They killed her. Murdered her. They? Well, sounds like you already know who they is. Ah, figure of speech. Well, maybe be more clear, we're a detective. Every word you say is a clue to the case. Anyway, her friend Betty Lynch, she was an actress. Then she goes blabbing about how she was beautiful, good, blah blah blah, talented. We don't care, we want to close this case as soon as possible. Anyway, this is quite an accusation, because word on the streets is it was all an accident. Anyway, we must take the case, because it pays good, and, well, it'll be worth our time. Oh snap, and I almost forgot, I still gotta deliver those blueprints to Tammy. She's happy that we got it, and she's also happy to tell us that we are gonna be happy because it's gonna come in handy for us too. Okay, that's great, Tammy. So we are off to Tinsel Avenue, but we got a side job from Wonderfula. A few days ago she dropped by Tinsel Avenue, did some interviews on a family show set. She was expecting a reply letter, but never got it. So she's starting to wonder what could have possibly happened over there. So all she wants from us is that we just poke around for her. Maybe we can find it. So yeah, sounds good, but I better get to it. So over at Tinsel Avenue, a little uptown city that, well, isn't alive anymore, but sure is a nice change. I find our first clue for this case and then pick our butts into this bar and find another newspaper. Also having figured out that the mice running around here are mobsters. We go down the scary vents once again, leading us nowhere but to this trampoline. All leading into another fight with the mobsters. Well, luckily I at least brought the right weapon for the job. Then activated the switch to come in with a wrecking ball, breaking this wall, leading into some more annoying mobsters. Who, well, really suck at combat. What? Are we put into a movie now? Well, I hope you got the movie you wanted. We continue through the rest of the so-called movie and witness many artists slaving away, listening to their boss. I pulled this switch to free them all, but now got some trouble myself. So please, be free my little birds, but just don't come back. After we beat him up, we meet an actress who tells us we ought to swing by sometimes. Well, listen, lady, no one tells me what to do. Unless your name is Vivian McCarthy. So we pass another actress and then meet Gabe Clark.
Hey, you there. The name Betty Lynch ring any bells?
Yeah, of course, but was that gunfire just now? Like right outside?
Relax, they're just shooting a crime picture. Now about Betty. Where do I start looking?
Well, he isn't entirely sure after, well, she died. But he knew a gal who knew Betty very well, a pyrotechnist. She's on set today, so it's off to looking for her. Here we had some surprise attacks and a beautiful picture baseball card, earning us the Babe Got Bad achievement for having collected 10 baseball cards. Then, the movie goes on, but we genuinely don't care, as in one of these toilets we find a skeleton reading our newspaper, baby. Because we need him. Now the show must go on, so let's have at it. I try to get some kills with them falling objects from the sky, as I also need 20 kills with those things in one playthrough. And as you barely see them around and they are hard to hit with, this was the best timing. Anyway, once we pretty much cleared it, we found Wanda's letter. So now I could safely exit this area and find the pyrotechnist. We hear a statue talk. Or no, it's just a lever. We pull it and...
What the? Ah, it was you. Get over here, buddy.
Coming right up, mate. He finds us a lifesaver, and he says we've got some real Tomb Raider in us. Well, I'm more of a Nathan Drake guy, but thanks. Anyway, pyrotechnist, where can we find her? He just completely ignores the question and wants us to continue his... Okay. Right, fine. I had to quickly snatch 2 little statues to put on these 2 pedestals. Then, this cheese wheel comes after us. Or would I say big cheese bowling rock ball? This is not in Indiana Jones, alright? Anyway, I had to pull it again because I failed it, and it's just a bit of a dashing job. It's not that crazy. So once out here, after some stupid, stubborn, annoying mice, we finally meet the pyrotechnist. She is the best of the best. If we need something to go boom, we came to the right gal. Now, we love boom, alright, but we need info on Betty Lynch. She knew her. Goes yapping about how she's the top of the line booming things. I don't care, lady. Info. Did she notice, like, anything off, maybe? Before she died? She was meeting with some guy pretty often. All low profile and never left her trailer. When he was around, at least. And the trailer is gone now, as they packed up her stuff in a generic dressing room. So that's our next place. We're heading to the dressing room. Now I had to fight through this huge, and I mean huge, medieval war with many mice. Not very medievally shown, but oh well, I guess it wasn't their acting bit either. We finish it off with a comic book found in one of their spawning huts. Once I made it out, I did a little puzzling, and then swung my tail a bit, and then made it to the actress' dressing room, where we find a picture of her, and that man, the pyrotechnist, was a little suspicious of. Oh, this case may come to a close quicker than expected. Jack actually knows about the guy. Ho ho, it's game over for him. He was also at that big mouse party, plus he is a mayor candidate. Before speaking with Vivian, I first max out my James gun and then give my micer a little extra boost. Adding a sight to it now. Sweet. Anyway, we give Wanda her letter. She is very grateful. And she gives us 150 coins, so that's a fair deal, I guess. I mean, it was a pretty easy job. Now, to present our findings to Vivian. She wonders if we already know who killed Betty. Well, we're not completely sure, but she was getting awfully close to that, you know, upcoming mayor. Milford Sawyer. She most likely got to Sawyer through the mouse party. Oh my god, it's all coming together here. But she wonders how we are ever even gonna get close to Sawyer. I mean, he's guarded by many guards. He's getting ready for mayor. Well, she has her suspicions on Miles' Kurtz, so she just tells us that, well, Sawyer's too unreachable, so go ahead after Miles. Alrighty then, well, you're the boss. Although I must say, I couldn't really wrap my head around how she just doesn't care about it anymore and just wants us to go to Miles' Kurtz. I don't know, something fishy about this lady. Anyway, we pin her 4 clues. Not too shabby, if I say so myself, with one going toward the missing magician. We got a lead.
Dock's set now, just need a mooring point. I hate to ask, but Tam knows these waters better than I do.
Well, I don't think Tam Tam will have too much trouble trying to help us here. So I first had to John over here, the bartender, who asks me for a little favor. He wants to make a very special burger, and it needs to be roasted above ash. So yeah, give me that patty and I'll fix it up somehow. I don't know, but we gotta do it. So he asks Tammy about, hey, you know, we're going to this bay. Do you know anything about it? Oh, and she sure does. Of course she does. Our guy is Cameron Bozo. We'll most likely find him somewhere in the pub. Ah, so it's an old drinker, I see. Alright, Opera Ruins, here we come. First though, I quickly check if I got all newspapers and comics books, and I sure do, baby, let's go. Although we have another baseball card for sale, for just a hundo. So I think we missed that one, which is fine, we'll just buy it. And it looks like they've been cleaning up in here. And we'll just shut up so that I don't know who lit the match. Now first things first, we die out of nowhere. I guess something collapsed, it happened way too quickly. Anyway, what I wanted to say was, instead of tail picking this door, we make a left swing toward a hole in the wall, where we find a comic book, and downstairs over here we fried a patty over the heat and ash, getting one burnt patty. And, well, Jack Pepper gives it a little bite and, well, starts barfing, swoothing, and whatever else comes out of his mouth. So obviously, worst idea ever. But we found another baseball card, so it's all alright. Now it was time to continue and open this locked door. Behind it, well, an interesting picture being lowered, and now it brings us back up with this button. So what do? We jump on top of it and fly across. Not sure if this was the intended way, but it sure as hell worked. We speak with Miles Kurtz. It's very obvious this guy also does not like shrews. We tell him we are investigating an unfortunate demise of one Betty Lynch, and inform him that we have reason to believe that his boss, the candidate Milford Sawyer, might even be useful in figuring out this case. He hasn't seen us around the MPD headquarters, so he finds it kinda odd that we are just pointing him out here. We introduce ourselves and tell him we are not here on any official business as we are a P.I. All we want to know if Sawyer was close to Betty. And he says there's no chance. All they maybe have done is clink the glasses. But we tell him that we got evidence on that picture.
Yeah, because she was always circling our parties like some fame-hungry hawk. Same as every starlet and wannabe socialite looking for a headline. But trust me, no one in the party worth their salt would mix business with that.
And then he very much tells us to just piss off. So off we pissed, alright. Let's see what John thinks of the patty. He will not even give it a shot. We told him how it tasted, and he was like, nope. But wow, he got another side job for us over at Wallop Bay. He's in the market for some fish, a very special kind of fish. A Marina 8 ED herring. Long story short, we need to find it at the Wallop Bay. We inform Vivian real quick on exactly what we just talked about with Kurt. Only that's Jack Pepper, of course, has no trust in that dude, because he was oddly suspicious and very, very tempered. We pin our clues and see Curdsville was added to the mix, so ho-ho, we are expanding. So off to Wallop Bay it is. Arriving at the gas station, I first find a newspaper on the picnic table. Then kick the big fish for the Quint's Delight achievement, having it spit out the license plate. From there, we walk through the gas station to get nowhere, as outside, beside it, is a staircase. That was the thing I had to go down on. I did a little bit of parkouring on these wooden beams for another schematic. And then inside this bar, the level truly started. The coppers had to become goners by the one and only Papa. Then we go outside and flip the switch over at this fish house. This leads into us taking a bit of coffee and now shooting out of our fingertips. Oh man, this game cannot miss. It's so stupid, but I swear it's amazing. And it's a powerful weapon too. So when the bridge lowers, we chased after the crooked cop. Now I had to beat him, or not, he just runs like a coward. But we find a loose cannon. This is by far one of the most exciting boss fights. It looks all so simple, but we fire the loose cannon at the window the crooked cop's at, but then run out of ammo and need to look around our battlefield for more cannonballs. While in the meantime blasting away at these goons. Which is something that is very simple, but this game's combat, man oh boy, it just feels so smooth. It was over eventually though, as we knock down the building and interrogate the officer. He confirms Bozo is still alive. They just roughed him up a little and got him locked up near the shipyard gate up north. That's all we need. So we kablooey through the wall and bust through the window, deal with some problematic cops, and of course, the loose cannon is kept as a weapon. So we also gotta fully upgrade that thing as well. Plus, it can break through these walls. And opening this gate, we find another newspaper. Sweet, blow up the water tower, kill some more enemies, and even includes an anvil kill in there. And then smell one bad smell. And down here is indeed that horrible smell. Normally we jump right over it, but for our side job we need that reeker for John. So taking a little damage, but having obtained it, our side job is checked off. And then this entire thing was once again unchecked. Stilton had a side job for us as well, that I didn't accept. So I reloaded my safe, I talked with Stilton, accepted his side job, and considered my sanity done, as I had to replay everything. Everything for, of course, the Wallop Bay. What was great though is that the finger gun bit, I popped the Firestarter achievement for killing 20 enemies while shooting at explosives. And then we just did what we already did until we reached that disgusting area again and could continue where we left off. Because where we continue where we left off from, we find Cameron Bozo very near behind this wall. Or well, there you have him. We saved him and now we need to know everything, and I mean everything, about the missing shrews. Wallop Bay is just a pit stop. The cops, the crooked ones, are meeting with some sciencey type weird accents real heavy on the Z's, aka German people. Wait, they're doing business with German people with the shrews and... oh, this is not going any good. And they're making livestock deals. They're like seriously dealing in shrews. So we gotta know when the next deal is, but Cameron doesn't know. Now we need a key, but if you want that key, we need to pay Cameron $50, which I find kind of insane because we just saved him, but sure, yeah, we got no choice. So he gives us the pharmacy key. So now we go out here, and down here is some downtown crooked battling. With that finished up, we head to this door with the lock, and inside of it, we find that herbal cheese stick Stilton wanted. I didn't actually cover it. Well, Stilton wanted to calm his nerves, so he wanted a little herbal cheese stick. So we got it for my boy. And then at the window we find another baseball card. Then I kick some boxes until I reveal a secret path, where up here I find another schematic and a safe containing some nice dough. Now I broke all 3 power boxes to get this gate open. From there I find me a cheeky schematic in the vents behind the truck and make it inside of a shelter, where I found our next clue and a newspaper. Then engaged into one more big final blow with a bunch of cops. But when that was settled, we find the next clue in the pharmacy. A workshop key allowing us to open the workshop to find yet another clue. And then here's some explosive noises coming from the pier, the place where we all started. And when we clear out this bar.
No fondue way. Captain is Captain Goddamn Sims. The cop of the year himself. So much for that. But the other guy must be the professor. Ugh. He's got that particular brand of the quite big affair egghead I'd rather forget. And here come their lackeys, walking in on me like, aw, hell.
More like, oh hell yeah, let's just finish this off, Pepper. We are getting close on the case. We'll crack it, I'm sure of it. Oh, great battle, I still love it. So let's bring John his disgusting thing back. And Pepper is not all too happy with how insanely hard it reeks. So this is the last thing we're doing for John. This earns us the Dime Novel achievement for having completed 5 side jobs. Stilton is also very thrilled about his cheese stick, so I add the next 5 whopping clues to the board. But the first going on Wallop Bay, of course, getting us another lead. And it seems that Curdsville is the next place we're going to. I pin all the other 3 clues on Wallop Bay as well, with 2 connecting to the far wetlands. I am a bit tangled here. Oh god, John needs another favor? Well, it better ain't be no fish. He is looking for a really great recipe, a real special one. Problem is, he forgot it, so we have to look for it. Over in the far wetlands. But I first want to head to Curdsville. I don't want to keep Vivian waiting too long, eh? Now, newspapers. We are still cooking on. Sadly enough, we missed 1 comic, so I buy it, and probably also 1 baseball card, as we got another hundo added to the mix. Alright, with that it is off to Curdsville, a very crooked place. We see the town all sleepy and hollow, and meet an old shrew. She says this is not a great place to be as an old city mouse. Bad omens. Cursed spirits. Yeah, just get out of the way, rhyming Gram. Oh, what? Whoa. Well, don't do magician shit on me. She gave us a warding charm, but okay, I don't know what I can do with that. But at least we can enter, so it's fine. This place was once again filled with cultists, mice, and now even thirsty dogs. And then these chunkier cultists, so god are they tough. No! Who crushed my boy Brum like this? No, Brum! I will miss you, Brum. Gone and probably by many forgotten.
Well, you look at that. A trick and a treat.
Well, you're damn right. The Kiss double-barrel shotgun. In this battle, I first make good use of the anvil, as we still need those 20 kills, and these falling objects barely appear. Plus, they are hard to hit with. Then we go inside this cave with an optical illusion, shaking the ground, looking at it, and entering, well, just the other side of the cave it is. In this cave there's a bit of combat and then an elevator bringing us back outside, but the first thing I do is going toward the barn on the right to snatch this baseball card on the back. Now, in this big open area I explore the place for secrets and well, find none. And I also find barely any coins, so there's that. At the gate of the manor we talk to the caretaker.
No visitors.
And whether you believe me or not, but that's all we got out of him. Oh, what? Oh no, not Gram. We asked her if she at least has a plan on bypassing this old jerk. And she says it's dead easy. Well, elaborate on that. Close ex-wives. The more, the meaner. The old caretaker we just talked to has a history of 3 wedding rings. So, 3 ex-lovers. We gotta find all 3.
Oh, coot! Lollygagger!
3 rings. Sure. What could possibly go wrong?
So I first deal with all these little mice, including a little anvil on the side. Then eventually, inside this house, I find another clue. And then find our first wedding ring, with the wife being gone.
Where's that no-good womanizer?
This genuinely scared me. But the schematic sure didn't. Now I shoot the 3 church bells. This unlocks the church. And inside is another little figurine. I really need to get that third one down the bar after this. Anyway, we now went back to the barn, where we needed to divert some power to this box so we could grab the key. We fixed it by dislodging this bone from these cogwheels, and with the key, we head back to the cave. But first, snatch a comic book underneath the staircase and then a schematic pinned to this crate. Back in the cave, we open the door, activating the cheese pump, getting rid of all the watery cheese that was blocking our path toward the next wedding ring. Then another optical illusion, this time bigger, teleported us straight like a portal into, well, one big grimy place with the last wedding ring.
Thief! Oathbreaker! There's no takesies backsies in marriage, husband!
I'm not him.
With her skeleton goons, as I expected, she indeed cannot be shot at, as I mean she is a ghost. So we light her up with our flashlight. Now we just repeated this for a little while, as she sometimes also pulled up a shield bubble, or cloned herself. Pretty classic boss battle stuff. And at her final phase, she grew Big Mama on. I had to play it a little safer here, but overall, just a big Mac dump on her, and blow her off with a final light to the face. This led to her returning to normal.
Wait. You really ain't him, huh? Oh, that filthy codger. Sending someone else to do his dirty work? I'll tan his hide myself.
Well, I'd rather not miss that.
I wasn't. I love you all. No, of course, Felicia, you're my favorite. No, but...
At least it worked.
And, well, hopefully worth it. We speak into the phone and pretends like we are the uncle caretaker against the, well, woman? Child? I'm not entirely sure who's speaking through that intercom. But we made it inside, and cultists also seem to be sniffing around, where I killed 2 with another anvil. Then up the stairs, still pick this door for another schematic and then snatch our next clue. One that's a sewer map, sensing a strong lead with this one. We investigate the rest of the mansion, finding another clue, and well, another. Cultist surveillance? Okie dokie. Then not a bad idea finding more on those cultists. With us climbing up all the way to the top of the mansion, seeing the little girl on the picture.
Picking up phones in weird places wasn't really my game, but this one was asking for it. Hello?
Betty Lynch is scratched off the picture.
What?
And the cheese curds have crumbled.
This is the operator. There's been a murder at the secret show. Miles Curd is dead. I repeat, Miles Curd is dead.
Wait, what? You've gotta be shitting me! Well, sorry little lady, but people pass. Back at the P.I. office, Vivian left her office, so we first pinned 1 clue onto the far wetlands, and then 3 more onto Curdsville, with of course the death of Miles Curd going to Blue Betty's case. So who done it, eh? Well, to help figuring that out, we use our beautiful 8 schematics at Tammy's to max out my miser for 5, and give my varnisher a little extra kick. Checking the weapon wheel, we seem to be missing 4 more weapons or throwables. So now it's off to the old far wetlands for some of that damp evidence, plus John's little side job. We investigate the decrepit house. But here's some crooked cops talk about something very alarming.
Yep, so we plant a few bombs, watch the canisters go boom like sky high, then we're out of here.
Like I said, not promising, but to be honest, this newspaper is pretty nice. Now let's hear what that stupid crooked boss heard from his boss.
Oh man, you really went hard.
That's what she said. The crooked cop isn't completely aware of what they're up to, because he's just following orders. The boss told him to just plant some bombs, to clear out the entire swamp. So we gotta find the cheeseleggers boss, because that man is of no use. Wait! Was that one of the airplanes that flew away last time at Wallop Bay? Oh, things are coming together now. Around the swamp we searched for clues. We found another schematic, but no clues here yet. So we entered the mines. Now the mines meant trouble. But you know who also means trouble, baby? That's Jack Pepper, so it was a no-brainer who won. The mines were short, so outside the mines we find a baseball card in the shack to the left of it, and then we speak with an old cheese-legger. We ask him what's keeping him busy, and he just starts singing and rhyming things. Long story short, very unimportant, but he does have a quest for us. A quest for us to get the perfect bog fondue. The thing John wanted. We have to get 3 thingies for him. So I continue to progress. We gotta keep our eyes peeled for those 3 thingies. And no, I'm not some boring slum that forgot what I had to collect. No, they're actually called thingies. But as we enter the second mine, we have to precisely jump over to this little platform in front of us to find the first thingy. And then we jump down.
Here goes nothing!
From here I unlock a warp pipe and now need to study that art. We do so by reading this little book, allowing us to just warp right through. Then with a little stroll we find the switch to flip to get the power. With the power back on, trouble tagged along with it. Now we can head up with this elevator and make it inside the mansion, where the first thing I find is another box and them thingies. Needed a foyer key for this door, so we got another key to hunt down. Can't you just like throw a stick of dynamite at it? No! Because indestructible doors. But when I find the foyer key, we drop down like it's a booby trap. It only led to some cultists though. We're good. And behind this door is... oh no, that's not good. He throws bundles of dynamite, but as you can see from the footage, it's a lousy boss. Until I just die. I think of a hole in the floor or something, I'm not completely sure. I once again just died in mere seconds, and it happened again right after. Looks like I gotta keep my eyes downward instead of up, but I gotta still shoot the boss while looking up. So this is actually pretty interesting and really intriguing. It's such a very unique boss fight, while it's also very simple. I love it. When we kill him, he says some sort of Garmin Borzia or something. We gotta figure out what that means. Back outside we are, killing a good handful of bad coppers and finding another newspaper. Now when I look around, I find another secret clue. Really making me worry I could have missed a couple. I swear, dude, if those key clue achievements don't pop because I didn't find some very weird specific clues, I might just cry. Anyway, what I found pretty cool is when you walk around the steamboat, you hear Jack Pepper whistling the Steamboat Willie song. I thought it was pretty cool. Just as cool as finding the last thingy on top of it. Our flying tail came to use again, and we hear some cop cars stopping by. Meaning the cheeselegger must be around his hideout. And we gotta find him before he croaks to the cops. Having found another clue, baseball cards and schematic on my way there, we found the cheeselegger boss all beaten up with words unbelievable. They were lied to. All they were after was the fondue business. And the cops lied to them. He just hoped for a nice home with a picket fence. He warns us that he's coming. We better watch out. Wait, there he is! Whoa, crap, well, no time to think about this, as we gotta escape from the hideout before we turn into melted goods. We just about escaped the place. Outside, I didn't only find a comic, but also the old cheeselegger. Thank you for the fondue recipe. Now wait, is that the dude's plane?
See your bracelet! I'm coming for you! Now where do you think you're going, Chucky boy?
Oh, come on.
Oh, Jesus, I thought we were done here. This fight was pretty laughable for the stuff we've done so far. It is just jumping platforms to dodge the boat and to take aim at the flying freaks beside him. And he also shoots with a shotgun. But it's kinda just a spray and pray scenario.
Are you done? What? A bog beastie? No way!
Well, yeah, his notes are welcome. So we depart with his boat back to the P.I. office. So we tell Corny what we pulled out of the swamps. And, well, a big red line disappointment. These cheeseleggers were just middlemen. I mean, the cops might even be on someone else's payroll. That sleazy scientist only got sleazier and sleazier ideas. We give John his little perfect bog fondue recipe, and he is just happy we got it. Now, Vivian is still gone, but our 4 clues sure as hell aren't. Pinning 2 down on a missing magician case, we get a lead.
If the depths is the route, then I need to get neck deep in it too.
Pinning 2 more down.
The hell's Manja and Manja? Or a secret show? Both got cult fingerprints all over them. Nah, gotta talk to someone who speaks street and majors in crazy.
Speak street and majors in crazy. Cameron Bozo is our guy. We ask him if he knows anything about some local cults, and he mentions Spike D. Well, we're not talking about that, mate. We're looking for something more classic, like crazy, trigger-happy, big on the ropes kind of cool. A bunch of loonies came down from the north a couple months ago. They check all the boxes we mentioned. They've been hanging around the secret show. Well, elaborate on the secret show. A Mangia secret show. Ah, clowns and mimes. Jack Pepper does not like those.
No, I hate mimes.
But it's the perfect spot for cultists and crazies, so it's our best bet. And this job also has a side job that Millie Kurtz wants us to do, aka the fatherless daughter. She wants us to bring her a gift. Sure, yeah, we're going down the fair, we'll bring you some balloons. Now it's time to go to the Shrews job.
They say you either die a stinker or live long enough to realize you need a shower. I never figured that one out.
Yeah, me neither. What is a shower? In the sewer, we try to sniff out the Shrew's trail and find a way inside here. Ah, vent behind the crates. That's a classic. This switch opens the gate up, allowing us to, of course, proceed. But instead of doing so, I head back through this waterfall for a schematic and some dollary dues. Now I find another clue and I realize that, wow, this one was well hidden, so... well, crap, I probably missed the clue. And if that achievement doesn't pop, I am a dead man without a tail. One room of trouble later, we pull this lever to take flight and get to the next level, making the gears grind really loud. Now I jump inside, risking my life for the schematic, and pull the switch again, having it snap off. God damn it. But I found a new lever. Dealt with the rest of the expected chumps and then attached the brand new lever. Pulled the last third lever and had more flying dudes coming from above, because that bit just opened. Getting up there, we meet the old Shrew again. It's kinda dark in here, but she can show us the way to the light. And then this elevator just popped in out of nowhere. But things aren't really surprising me anymore. So we go down with the elevator, reaching one big city that is built down here. Holy mozzarella! Down here in the town, I go and find the old Shrew lady. Once I found her, I first opened this door over here for this new paper, and then talk with her. And she wonders what we are looking for here. Well, clues, lady. And she says something about elevators falling apart and busted up pipes starting to leak. So she gives us a valve, which might come in handy later. Okay. From there I progress a bit further. I find another clue and then in the room next to it a comic book. And another baseball card. From there we head up here.
Fix the valve, she said. Yeah, no pressure.
Well, maybe slight pressure, as it sure as hell's being laid on us. Now we use that valve to stabilize the waterworks. Now we just have to defend this pipe. But it didn't really go as planned, as even though it was successful, the other pipe gave up and started filling up the room with water. I started filling up the room with water fast! We had to find another valve, but first get the safety. So we went up this elevator, had to make our way up ASAP. And we just about made our way out safe. Jumping down toward the Der Lange Man gathering, still on the lookout for that other valve. Oh, now would you look at that? Oh, okay. Are you serious? This stupid magnet just steals our valve. So we had to chase after it. While doing so, I found another schematic, and when taking care of the ambush that happens right underneath the valve, the old Shrew came by for a little talk. And she just keeps foreshadowing stuff, and it's annoying, lady. But she gave us a key. I snatched another newspaper and then our valve, which drops us down big time. Entering one big arena where we brought our spinach with us. And it's time to wallop our way through this one with our Popeye muscles and our beautiful anchor tattoo. The many waves of enemies sadly enough came to a close too soon. We get some rewards and ammo, plus another clue. A cage trail leading somewhere to Quagmire, the nastiest part of the wetlands. The map was cryptic, and then Jack Pepper realized that he doesn't know what cryptic means. Well, Jack, it's... honestly, I couldn't fill you in. The second we leave, we find another newspaper, then do one of the hardest bloody safe tail pickings yet. But hey, it was all worth it for a schematic. We ride the elevator to floor 3, being awaited by some bastards. But can now take one deep dive in here, quickly stopping the flooding. Pepper saved the day once again. Now we return to the old Shrew lady back at the beginning of the city. We tell her we're done. She is somewhat proud, I guess. And the elevator's coming down, so hey, we can leave. Before I do though, I go back to the shop area and make a turn at this fence for a newly opened warp pipe to make a practically impossible jump. But hey, over there is a baseball card. With that, we left back to the P.I. office. We pin our new clues on the boards, with the first one already having a lead.
The Quagmire. Nothing but swamp stink, bug bites, and bad omens. Why drag the Shrews out there?
Yeah, right. Why drag the Shrews out there? We don't know that, Jack. Before heading to the Quagmire, we will first do the it all points here, right? And we also got that side job over there for our not so big friend Millie Kurtz. At the secret show circus, we get the fun police having stripped down the circus. Well, we slip past them, no problem. Got some circus freaks coming at me now with a nice entrance. Well, give him that. Down here, these dogs try to act tough, but I'm just here for that schematic and also to go through this vent. 'Cause it gets us the backstage key, baby. And this next vent also had a great comic book for us. And yes, of course, the lever to progress. Well, kinda progress, because opening this door with the key, we have to kill some more freak shows crossing our path, rewarding us with a secret ticket. Putting it in the chopper, a new area opens up with civilians being held up for the murder investigation on Kurt. As we find this new clue, we hear an Italian speaker who cannot financially recover from this problem. Well, why is that? He is the Elephanto tamer, and his elephant killed Mr. Kurt. We want a step-by-step walkthrough. Well, they had a rehearsal, and Francesco was high on something. And the Elephanto, he walked on the lino, and then he fell on Mr. Curto with his fat ass. That's basically what happened. We gotta talk to Francesco the Elephanto, alright? So we need to get in here and talk with the circus janitor. He says they're still cleaning up his mess. If we want to get there, we gotta be running as fast as, like, running on walls. So we unlock the wall jump. And he tells us to not let our dreams be dreams. Well, trust me, at this very second, I'm not making my dreams be dreams. But now I can run on walls. And it's like we're playing Titanfall and Black Ops 3 with this one. Oh, I love it. Anyway, we finally meet with the elephant.
Yes?
He's very scared because we are the police. Well, actually, we're a private dick.
Oh, language.
Oh, not the penis dick. We mean detective. It's okay. We just got a few questions here, pal. We ask him if he likes that high wire stuff.
Yes, sir. Since I was a baby, it's my, coup de grace, yes.
And he swears on his mother's grave that it just happened. That's nonsense, because up here we find a little bucket, which is our next clue as well. And our clue that he was a lying piece of shit.
I didn't do nothing bad, sir.
Well then, elaborate on the bucket of blue cheese. Oh, Marco was supposed to dump it. Well, it's too late now, buddy. There's no way of getting out of this one. But we're not gonna arrest you. We just need to know where you got the cheese from. He's not willing to talk. Alright, well, was it at least your regular supply or your regular doses? He does say something was off, like a side-heavy perfume. The cheese tasted funny. Alright, well, that's all we're gonna get from him, so how about you get some rest and lay off the blue cheese. We grab another secret show ticket, grapple to our way up to crawl through a vent, finding a dressing room key and reaching the balconies, finding a note.
A high-profile meeting. Yeah, can't afford to miss that.
So that is our next target. In the dressing room is another figurine and a warp pipe leading to a schematic. From there I make it back to the middle of the circus. We're at this machine requiring 4 secret tickets. We first find a newspaper to the left of it. And now gotta figure out a way to get 2 more secret show tickets. Our first one we obtain by going on over here. Taking a sip of coffee and starting to blast away. Full finger gunning mode. This was very doable and was also the first time witnessing the dynamite throwing cultists. We snatch that 3rd ticket, scout the room out thoroughly for secrets, and with none there, we play the next game. The floor is lava. Where the floor was indeed lava, and we had to keep our mice feet away from it while gunning down some enemies. The only thing that made this a slight challenge was that the enemies were able to walk over the lava. That's about it really, 4th and final ticket obtained. So we opened the doors to the High Noon theme park, getting a very warm welcome. Now before I play this hustler's little games, I jump over to the open window at this TNT Watch It Explode game for a baseball card. Then I play the TNT Watch It Explode game where I just throw some dynamite sticks through these 3 windows, getting us a ticket. Then we play this little pay and spray game where I shoot like what, 8 bottles and get a ticket. So no crazy work, allowing me to get in here, till picking into this door and into this safe for a quick buck. But blowing up this set of explosive barrels reveals a secret vent with a skeleton in it, keeping a nice baseball card for us. Further down, we just return to the middle. Back to the main part, popping a nice spicy pepper for some nice spicy combat. We find a schematic while going at it, and then inside the big mouth of the mouse, another one.
Got him.
Now, add the big one. He counts for 2 because he is very large, yeah? And, wait, I need a chalkboard.
I dare you. Say und one more time and...
Well, Detective Jack Tesla. I was told you might interfere.
You just blew up half my caseload, so yeah, I might interfere.
Very well. I'll keep this brief. Nothing personal, Detective, but the clock's ticking.
I knew we were dealing with a wiener schnitzel, but I wanted to know more about this bratwurst. You scummy hitman just literally screwed up the biggest lead yet. But his pathetic jumping around ain't kept him alive long enough.
Hold it right there, Mr. Pepper. We'll have to finish this another day. I'm cash in hand hourly and my time's up. Gotta hurry before my bookkeeper clocks off. Guy's obsessed with westerns and forget it. Not your problem.
Wait. Who hired you?
I'm not your enemy, for now. But don't mistake me for a friend. Ciao.
Well, like he said, not the enemy for now, so also not a problem for now. We tell the locked up shrews they're free to go. But this man shrew, inside this big long cage, has a price for us. And a real one too. A ticket. But not just a ticket for a show. A ticket to a boat ride, a big party, real classy type. He found it in one of the cops' pockets. This could bring us far. So I look around for any extra clues, but no. I pick up the main clue, that's a keycard, and a pretty weird looking keycard. Now it's time to head back to the office. And pin 'em clues, being 6 clues by the way. With the first 3 being placed on the secret show, getting us a new lead.
Mob bookkeeper and a cowboy obsession, huh? I know just the kind of saloon he'd crawl into.
Add 3 more, 1 heading to the Blue Betty case, and head outside, where we can obtain a very nice little achievement.
Oh no, not here, not in a million years. Yeah, get out of here, Phil Shirt.
It was obtained by just punching the bastard. So we bring Millie her balloons, and she is a little excited, but not all too much, because, well, they're not blowing up balloons, so have fun with that. But I'm having a lot of fun because she gave us a baseball card as a reward. Now, thinking of it, we are still 100%ing this game. Hold up a second. Now, the newspapers and comics, we're still 100% with. Let's go. And no 100 coin baseball cards either. So to celebrate, I max out my Varnisher and upgrade my loose cannon twice. And 1 upgrade for the Kiss Kiss, just because I can. Now we show our new tickets to Stilton.
Sure. Oh, I know that face. You're onto something, aren't you?
Maybe we are, maybe we aren't, but we got a new lead. Because there's this fancy steamboat where those crusty lobbyist types gather to play Who Controls the World over some cocktails. Now, we got the tickets, but we're not on the guest list. He knows the party, and he knows the boat. He knows exactly where it docks. We are impressed, but also a little suspicious. We ask him if he's 100% sure he's not mixed up with this. And well, he confirms he isn't, so that's great. It's like the man says, you don't piss where you eat. At least we know where it's at. But before going on the boat trip, we first go to the Quagmire, where we fight on this bridge and see we need a shanty town key to enter the swamp. So we go on this boat, where we row real slow and deal with some knobheads, all leading us right into the swamp. Finding a big surprise attack in this shack and a newspaper. Then snatch the shanty town key from the skeleton's hand and row back to unlock the gate. Entering the actual swamp now. Also enters one spicy swell battle. From there another bridge falls. And then lowered this cage with inside some money. I actually expected something more story related, but okay. A bit further on, not the old Shrew again. You're everywhere, lady. She tells us that this place used to be some old regular shack, belonging to a little shrew lady. Some say she was a real witch, but now the same company she ran from bought up the whole area and booted her out. Now this place is home to all kinds. Scientists, cultists, cheese-leggers, magicians, you name it. Then she played Fortnite a long time ago. That's all about she had to tell us. Okay then, a comic book on the piano. On this piano we press the A, C, E, G keys. Then we hear Jack Pepper make a little Dark Souls 1 reference.
Plin plin plon never fails.
Now the old shrew disappeared once more and the closet opened up. With inside this secret area a baseball card and a safe containing a schematic. We are on the lookout for a diamond-shaped key, so we go to this office area. And behind this desk is another newspaper. And we snatch the dark room key. Entering the master room with a bit of ambushes, needing a dining room key for this one. But insert our dark room key into this one. Finding another clue in here, confirming that Steve was really here. We grab the dining room key, enter the dining room where another brawl was truly brewing. And they weren't up though. Shooting down the chandelier. From the hole we created, we can enter a vent leading to the outside and brewed up into another brawl. But rest assured, it led to another schematic. Then we rotate this statue, not allowing us to rest because holy guacamole, do these dipshitters just keep coming. However, when we finished it, the statue started recording and we head inside, getting gold surrounded by one questionable ritual, but also the diamond-shaped key.
Diamond keys are forever mine.
With that, we go back and no, wait, what? Wait, the door opens automatically. Yeah, explain this to me, pal. Seriously, try to. When the cops waiting outside have been taken care of, we spot the biggest clue yet.
That's where the crooked cops were ferrying the Shrews. The Uphill Resort, or as city mice like to call it, a good old nut house. Place has been locked down tight ever since that, incident 20 years ago. Getting in's gonna take some finesse.
This should be the final clue needed for the Shrew shortage case. So we drive back to the office and pin the one clue to already get our lead.
Of course. The old nut house's crest. Ain't the sanest spot on the map, but I got that card and just enough crazy to get in.
Add the other two clues and do not unlock the secrets of the Shrew shortage achievement. Meaning we are in some deep shit and we will have to play through the entire game again once we wrap this one up. As this shitty game got no chapter select or new game plus. Sorry, the game's not bad, just come on. It's basic stuff. So as I got no other option right now, I just have to continue playing. So we're going to attend the Fever River Steamboat Party.
The job seemed easy. Find Sims, snap a pic. Victory was practically in the air.
Well, with an attitude like that, I have low hopes. Let's traverse the boat to take a picture of this couple as a clue. Now I just walk around with my little champagne, blending in with the rest. To get inside, we need a BMP membership pass though. This bouncer will not let us through without it. So I traverse the boat, search around thoroughly for that MVP membership pass. We see these mice fix up some broken stairs. Their boss, Grandpa, I don't really know, at least tells them to do so. Then this stair just falls apart. What kind of luck is striking us? In this room we find ourselves a vent, and on the other sides we very simply make it past these guards, who blocked our path earlier, allowing us to accept this man's side job. It appears that he is a little drunk and, well, his wife is practically cheating on him with another mice. So, yeah, if we find those cheating mice, we'll take a picture. No problem. But yeah, you see this right, and you're hearing this right. I just accepted a side job inside of a job. And there's actually two we need to do, so there's one more to find. Anyway, having found the membership card, I go back down to deck 1 where I take a pic for my boy. Before giving him the pic, though, we find the other insider jobber.
Hey!
This man is an undercover agent and telling us that he is looking for eternal affairs. If you're undercover, why are you telling this us? Well, we should not be questioning his logic. He will reward us very handsomely if we take some pictures. Some pictures of some key BMP members. Well, I like handsome payment, alright? I first show the affair to the alcoholic. He is not happy. But hey, 50 bucks is 50 bucks. And at this little ceremony, we indeed find 3 suspicious crooks. Take a pic and give the pic. And my guy generally rewards us with $2. We can buy a nice pair of socks with that at least. Anyway, time to do some main progression, although before showing the cards I also grabbed the comic on the toilet. Here you go, bouncer. And like the last guard at the very beginning, he doesn't even remember us, so we're in, just like old times. From here, we go through this vent to enter the kitchen. We warp toward another kitchen where we need a storage room key. Okay then. Well, we will also need a cabin 9 key, so there's that. In the storage room we warp to a schematic for sure, but most importantly find the cabin 9 key. And in cabin 9, we enter another vent, and a very short one. Down here is the captain's key. In his room, we find another schematic in his locker, but now, I don't know what I had to do. Oh wait, we can go through here now and take a picture of the Captain Sims as our next clue.
The hell was that?
Ah, crap. Forgot about the damn flash.
Well, well. Look who washed up, huh? I remember you, Pepper. MPD's little shoeshine star.
You remember me?
That wasn't a compliment. Now, you haven't just ruined my day. You've made a mess I'll be cleaning up for weeks. That won't do.
Damn right it won't, because your little trafficking side hustle ends here, Captain. I'm burning it all down.
Ha! Good thing we're moored on the river. Now, die!
Blows the damn thing up and makes his great escape with the plane. But you gotta be shitting me! Did bro just get a getaway plane quick dialed in 20 seconds? That is unbelievably nonsense. But he didn't. He is still inside that plane firing at us. Of course. Oh son, you are messing with the wrong mouse here. All this leads into a boss fight, and it's pretty easy. You got 3 cannons and you can just switch between. And firing at the plane is a pretty much guaranteed hit. Eventually though, he takes down one of the cannons, but who cares? Two deal enough damage to blow him to bits.
The plane. Yeah, this is gonna be awkward. That's for the shrews, assface. And now for my daring escape. Why is it that wherever I go, something ends up on fire?
To try to get out of this mess, we find a shrew very much hurt. He's a crew member, and we want to lend him a hand. But he says he's done for. We tell him that he's gonna be fine, it's just a scratch. He appreciates it, but he really loves to make a heroic thing out of it. Although he says there's an emergency inflatable plane. So we run to the captain's deck and find that inflatable plane.
Never meet your heroes, they say. And sometimes they are dead right. Sims, a shining star of the Force, turned out to be the mastermind behind the crooked cops and the shrew kidnappings. He didn't just bite off more than he could chew. He crossed a mouse that once believed in him. At least the shrews are safe now. As for my problems, well, nothing a glass or two of John's best fondue can't smooth over.
So, sport, is it done? Did we save the little guys?
Well, yeah, we did it, and they're safe now. And the bastards behind it, they got their karma. Jack Pepper goes absolutely willy-nilly about Captain Goddamn Sims, how he was behind all this, even the crooked cops. This was one insane operation, and it was someone he looked up to. So yeah, the rambling and the bambling, it's understandable. All we have to do now is spin our remaining shrew shortage clues, which is just one, and Jack says he needs more proof to be sure about this, meaning that the case is not wrapped up just yet? That is odd. That is very odd. But it should be wrapped now. You said it yourself! And with the Our Lesser Brothers achievements not having popped, I am starting to worry this game may have too many glitched achievements. But hey, my titles don't lie, so don't worry. Well, I sure do hope I ain't wasting my time here too much. I buy another paper from the paper boys, see that I got every collectible so far, except for the ridiculously pricey baseball cards. I upgrade my loose cannon to the maximum and talk with Tammy for her side quest. As we're going to Tinsel Avenue, she wants us to find her a damn fine poster with an autograph from some big celebrity. She doesn't care who, just something to brighten up her workshop. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out. Well, I'll be damned, she gave us two side jobs. Poster girl for the bookkeeper job, and behind the nuts is for the one flu job. Well, we're first heading off to the western backlot for the bookkeeper job. We stow up on the spot where the hitman got his pay. And the first thing I see, though, is crates I can drop on enemies. And I still need them damn 20 kills. So I focused on this, alright? I flipped the switch to start the film, and we hear some classic piano music, which is phenomenal. Getting 2 kills with my first crate was disappointing, but getting like 4 or 5 with the next earned us the Spike D 16 tons achievement. I mean, hey, with 16 tons, what do you get? It was also a relief having gotten this one, as it had to be done in one playthrough. And just like having sipped on that coffee and finger gun my way through this Wild West bit, I made it into the bank and I talked with the bookkeeper. Yeah, you can kinda see that he's very stressed about us talking with him. We know he's the guy signing the checks. And since numbers are his business, he knows where the cash flows. So tell us, little friend, help me close this case. So how about you start... Wait, where are you going? Well, we got his key, but it's after him. First, a newspaper though. Actually running after him, this train blocks our path. We have to find an alternate route. So we traverse some old cowboy scenery sets until we drop down multiple floors of obviously horrible maintained wood, and then break a bunch of crates to find a schematic and head outside. Do a bit more parkour to make it over to the other side of the train, and then make my way up here for another comic book. We see our target run off further, catching us by surprise, changing the path. Then I do a bit of fighting here, go from 90 HP to 0 in 1 second. Oh, you cannot do this to me, man. So many annoying illogical bits. When all havoc was done though, we meet this extra. You what? You what? Alright, whatever. I snatched the movie poster for Tammy, so that's great. Go through this vent to enter a movie scene with trains and, well, a jackfruit pepper. And even when it ran out, the goons couldn't outrun him. Simply said, the scene was shot. Now we make it back outside where we see the bookkeeper run for his life. And then, we'll get betrayed by a piano. I find me another baseball card and grab our next clue. Then grab one schematic inside this cave, and after that do a little till picking to get the schematic inside this vault. From here I just did the exact same, to be honest. Just underground, not really finding anything, but well, some combat with a spicy pepper again. Satisfying though, very satisfying. Following this railway, pretty darn long railway, I find me the rear gate key. And then, oh crap, of course the railroad has an active train on a train movie set. I mean, what should I have expected? Easy run out though. Behind this log we find another clue. 16 tons of blue cheese, some fancy Spike D home gadgets, and one dead actress. Hell of a shopping list and one hell of a smoking gun. This, all combined together, has the whole ugly picture. Vivian was behind this. So back in the city, we confront Vivian, having already brought the poster to Tammy and maxed out the Kiss Kiss shotgun.
So, Mr. Pepper, did you find the culprit?
Oh, I would say I did.
Well, lady, it turns out it wasn't Curd. Yeah, indeed was a shame he died. Things have been adding up lately, ever since we paid a visit to Curt's mansion to be precise. We found the kid, we're neck deep in with the cultists, the BMP and the mob. They're right in the middle of that mess. Curd dies in some sort of accident? Coincidences don't exist, lady. Cause it took us a minute to piece it together. But what are the odds that Curd met his end right after we spilled the beans to Vivian herself? While the mob may have done Betty in, there was a note about some stuck-up dame drowning in perfume and death warrants. And no amount of perfume can cover up the rot beneath. Right, Vivian? She wants to come to an agreement. An agreement sounds great, with you in cuffs and behind bars for killing Miles Curd.
Tisk tisk. You're no fun, Jack. But, well, I got places to be, sunny countries to escape to. Ta-ta.
Wait, what?
Oh wow, she got the powers like the old Shrew as well. How are they all getting these things? It's unfair. We pinned the 3 new clues to the board, getting us a new lead.
Vivian's back at Tinsel's, no doubt. That grudge is gonna be the end of her. They're filth. Yeah, just not the trigger-happy kind.
So we gotta head to the movie sets, but before we do that, we need to do Tammy's side job over at the Curdsville nut house. So let's hope that weird card we got will work, as I progress through the troublesome sewers and ventilation shafts. Making it to this big open area where trouble was the first thing being taken care of. And then be looking around the place for a clue, of course. And yes, the Burdens of Blue Betty achievement for finding the key clues in the Blue Betty case. This is huge, as I will not need to focus on this achievement anymore in my second playthrough. Oh, thank heavens. I blow up this floor, activating the switch, opening up the doors next to the area. Wait, what? Oh, it's just a decontamination. Could have been worse. Oh no. Oh no, never mind, we are not okay, we are high on that stuff. But for some unexplainable reason, Millie is here too. And she just does some rhymes, we shoot this little target. What in the actual... Okay, so we are following a teleporting Millie now. Sounds like a very smart move. I jump in the water, fire at this thing, allowing us to wall run over to the other bridge. From there we do the same, and then the same, and then the same. Okie dokie then. We hop into a warp pipe, flip a switch, letting us access the center area. There we lower one more bridge to make it... Well, there goes Millie. Behind the door is... Come here, flesh thing! Is that brain talking? It wants us to bow before him. Well, Major, just a brain in a jar, I think I'll pass. In 1,000 years, he shall command the space fleets across countless galaxies. But he first must require more power, and we can be of use. Yeah, I think I'll pass, seriously. He wants us to fill him. Okay, alright. Oh, with ink. Alright, so this is just bending now. So we press on and flip a switch.
Whoa. Cool.
We kick the skeleton to open the gates. Now the brain needs his ink. And to fill it up, we gotta kick some guards underneath them head brain sucking machines. When we do so 4 times in round 2, another 4 times.
I don't even know what I just did.
Well, neither do I, Jack, but we are about to find out. So we flip this switch again, go back down, and he is now full of ink. And he turns himself into a weapon. So we now have a weapon with a brain in it that talks. And I don't know how I feel about this gun. It works, but it is kind of weak to be honest. Oh well, we need to fully upgrade it, so I'm fine with it. Oh, and it is Millie, but first I pop through this warp pipe for a schematic and another comic book. Then, now, let's talk with Millie. She once again starts rhyming, and it is pretty bad and stupid and just annoying. But hey, we got a gun brain token in our pocket, so you better not rhyme because this gun can... Oh, shut up. But here we find a piano, where this time we play C-A-G-E. Spelling, you know what that spells? C-A-G-E? That's right. Spelling that lowers a bridge. But I couldn't enter these doors as this achievement was glitched, but as we are speaking right now, luckily, they literally just patched it. So I quit the game, actually installed an update, and tried again, having the damn area still not open. Okay. I needed to go to the right. Didn't even need the update. Doesn't matter. We got it. Gotta keep after Millie. Oh, and she set us up. Now we gotta fight through some more bogus while also shooting targets flying in the sky. Just great, highly anticipated for sure. The bridge lowered though, so I make it to the big laundry room and Jack Pepper refuses to believe what he sees. But hey, like it or not, we still got these mice to turn into molten cheese. Flip a switch for a trampoline, flip a switch for another door, and god damn it! How many switches does a game need? But one tail fly later, an ability never ever be in good use for pretty much anything since introduced, we made it out of the laundry area. Now, went through this warp pipe, up these pipes for another warp pipe, to go through this area where you gotta keep your eyes peeled for a specific cabinet containing this baseball card. That's quite a mouthful and quite a journey for a baseball card, I know. But it's only time to talk to Millie one last time. And she just keeps rhyming. Oh, and she also tells us that we were on drugs and stuff. I mean, we knew it, but apparently Jack Pepper didn't even realize that Millie was fake. So there's that as well. So we head to the lift. Not free of charge though, of course. Inside the place where the lift is, I find a note with 451 written on it. Not sure what it could be used for, but it has been taken note of. We go up the elevator.
Holy moly, Gun, you seeing this? Gun, are you... Oh. Huh. I'm not tripping on cheese fumes no more. What the hell happened here? Hell. Wait, was that a double jinx? Do those stack?
We once again have the ground weirdly shaking, like with those damn illusions, but I jump in.
Alright, this is way above my pay grade.
What do you mean, Jack? This is totally normal. We got two paths to go on, and a door appears out of nowhere. And I also realize we are on a new job, or well, if you could call it that. Now before entering, I snoop around this place for collectibles and money. It's a loop. So in the door we go, where I first go back, but I just pull out my gun and make it to the outside? Sorry, I'm really confused here. I jump on top of this roof, finding a schematic, meaning there are more collectibles around here. Right after, I find a comic and then jump across the floaty objects, kill some crooks who think they are the main character in this bit. And Steve? Wait! Remember, head in the game, we have illusions. Although we aren't tripping on cheese fumes anymore. What to believe and what not to believe? We make it back to the boat, first finding a schematic, switch this lever for the train tracks to get rid of their electricity, allowing us to walk over. Never mind, still electrifying. Although I fixed that problem by witnessing this arm in the sky shoot the target, activating our train. However, crooks! Many bloody crooks! But we hop on the train made out of a bathtub and seeing, well, I'm not entirely sure. Inside.
What the hell? I'm in hell!
So we must now venture through hell. Oh, hell yeah! Once actually in the hell bit, everything started consisting of little devils, even the ones from Doom. Oh, those little devils sure were a thing. I sure do hope they were not brought to life on the silver screen. From the round bar, we blow this hell horn. All this just leads into more combat. Until we pick up this Hellraiser, also more combats, but now with a bone chainsaw hellish dude, which is pretty flippin' dope, alright? Anyway, from that point, we had one more hell horn to blow. And once done, all hell broke loose, but we gave him hell and continued through hell. Bloody hell, that's a lot of hell. We see Steve again, and then he disappears like a magician again. I dodged some falling hammers, parkoured to this door, which all led to, well, Steve running off. Here, I had to gamble which stupid door didn't bring me back to the same place, and oh boy! It took a little bit, but we pulled through. Back outside, we see our... nope, that's not our car. Ours is way more snazzier. Then we chase Steve further down, taking down these goons, and realize this chainsaw is a brand new weapon, as I just switched back to my old weapon and the chainsaw is still there. Inside the place we got some gears, and as we gotta pass through time, we gotta get these moving. Then make a left, do a bit of a jump pad, jump in to fly over here, and a schematic. From here I also made a pretty impressive jump over to the secret for some money and a warp pipe back to where I was. Out here we kill some robot mice, which looked familiar, as we've done it before. Or are we now in the future, or the past? It's one of the two. Some gear jumping and crime fighting later, we enter a tunnel leading to a switch opening up a gate. Behind the gate, another door, and behind that door, a crazy house with many more gears. But oddly organized. So yes, we continue the jumping gears extravaganza, and I found a little way how I skipped 50% of this entire bit, because I jumped up here, and then shot this duck sign, already making the platforms go up. Even though we had to make a path toward this way, and not just cheat it. So I reloaded my save, and not because I was excited to do so, but because I need the money for them damn really expensive baseball cards. Once done, I traversed these bits to go through another door, going after Steve again. And this time, the doors do lead us the right way.
Steve, it's me, Jack.
With them cards laying around like that, it appears we got a ripperoo boss fight coming up.
You ain't taking me alive, crook!
Damn, he's really lost his marbles.
He flips every card to a symbol, shows us a symbol, and wait, I die? But it was a heart. Okay, second try. The symbol he shows are the cards that stay. Then he makes them all appear again and makes the one you stood on disappear. This went on for about 5 rounds. And then...
Alright, I'm calm. I am calm now.
We walk up to him, and he hijacks us. He has no clue what we had to go through to get here. I mean, we are saving your ungrateful ass, and it tried to kill us 5 minutes ago. He says that it's time to move on, even though we're here. We're standing right in front of you. He says we gotta move our tail out of here before something worse finds us. He's been hiding here. Us showing up kinda ruins the hideout part. So the vaudeville drama wasn't just some flashy vanishing act. He was just covering his tracks. With the mob on his tail, he didn't really have a lot of options. Betty introduced him to Von Hazer, the professor. They shared an interest. The place called The Unknown. He's been chasing it ever since the war. Spent most of his fortune finding a way in. He is the one who even invited the cultists to help. He tried everything to get there. He helped him with the funds, the resources. He gave him whatever he needed to finish that portal in his lab. But the ink, the most crucial part, that came from the shrews. Jack is pissed. But Steve wasn't completely behind it, because it was the professor's idea. He first didn't think much of it, but brought in the cultists to help gather it, and then he found out Von Hazer was pressing the shrews, like literally squeezing them out for the ink. So all clues combine into the missing magician. It was too much for Steve, he couldn't handle it anymore. So he just disappeared. Because when someone disappears, no one dares to follow. Well, except for Jack goddamn Pepper. Von Harzer still has his U-boat. And if someone's not stopping, it's that Von Harzer dude. We ask what Steve's gonna do now, and he will stay here for a little while. Or maybe even forever. As time doesn't take the same here. So we ask for the exit, and all we gotta do is just step through the mirror. The mirror. Where's the... Aha! The mirror. Alright, here we go! Okay, no, we just gotta hold the... Alright.
Seeing Steve again wasn't the clean break I wanted. 'Cause he was still dirty. Still a bastard. Still that cynical son of a... But he was my war buddy. And he wasn't dead. Part of me hated that I felt relief. Maybe he changed. Maybe he finally grew a conscience. Or maybe I'm a fool, growing yet another soft spot. Maybe. In the end, we're all just cogs in some rich man's machine, grinding away until we break.
Well, no matter what, John Brown got a side job for us. And he wants us to hunt down a can of sea slugs for him, so... yeah, you got it. Now, Cameron also has a side job for us. And as you heard, we are heading toward the docks. And he's got himself a friend over there. They go way back. But he's been dead silent for a week now, and that ain't like him. Word on the street is that he is sleeping with the fishes. Yeah, we'll check it out. Alright, now let's see how good I was at the collectibles. Ah, crap, I missed, Where did I miss this? Is this game scamming me? Well, I thought I picked it up at the bar, but well, I got no choice. Luckily, I'm good on comics though, but have missed another baseball card, so I had to buy that. I need a total of 6K for these last cards, and there will be a moment in the story where the story will be inaccessible. I gotta make another $600 before that happens. We go to Tammy to finish her side job, which was that photo of the celebrity, but since we didn't come across any, we just took a picture of a wall. And that spoke straight to her soul. Well, we hate to disappoint. With the 10 schematics we got, I maxed out my jar at still not popping the Will Bang achievement, meaning even more guns are on their way. But for now, it's time to head to Tinsel Avenue, the real deal job. We once again seem to be progressing through a film set, so what do you got to say about that?
Well, look who it is.
It's me again, sure as shooting. What's got you all fired up now, man?
We gotta get into the control room pronto. But we first gotta flip some switches. This is the Tinsel Bros studio, we can't just waltz in. So it's time to look for some switches. So we go out here and wait, color?
Richie, you moron! Pepper's here!
Pepper? Why would we need Pepper now? That stings in the...
Jack Pepper, you imbecile! Call the bodyguards now!
Oh, really? So this is where Vivian was hiding out, huh? Well, a pretty beautiful colored place it sure is. Been a while since I've seen color, to be honest. Here I find us another baseball card, and then we enter our office, which is kinda creepy. But hey, a newspaper. We drop from a vent into a swamped movie set, where I find this schematic. Try to snatch as much money as possible. And once I cleared it, I headed back to the colorful scene. This time though, through a vent leading to a bit where we traverse some higher up metal platforms to make it to another new scene in black and white. A courthouse, to be exact, with us being accused.
I, the judge and jury, find you guilty of all crimes.
Wait, what?
Are you guilty, or are you guilty? For stealing the innocence of an art, we sentence you to die. Slim.
Objection?
Now, we object, but we also don't. Because this became an endless session of mice coming our way. And I see you wondering, just kill the judge, you'll win and the mice will stop coming. You're absolutely right, but these mice, they drop money. Meaning, I had an infinite money farm. But things became a little tough, so I switched the difficulty to Rookie for just this bit, as I need to farm those dollars. This was one of the most ridiculous and hardest things I've done in a long time. Now, this was also pretty difficult on Rookie, because Rookie only makes healing items give more health. Damage and HP from the crooks are still high. But the money progression went slower and slower, because this game is not built for this. As the room piled up, some enemies started standing still or chasing me like PNGs. Still damaging me, but I couldn't hurt them, resulting into fewer enemies, and fewer enemies means less money. I went at this for about 20 minutes until it became a slog, dude. Too slow and too boring. So at exactly around, just a little bit above maybe, $6,000, I started taking down the judge. Which was piss easy, of course. From there I jumped down the hole and switched the difficulty back. Let's hope that this is enough money. In the color room we flipped one switch and got another one to flip. But to get that one we got another set to venture into. This time, the castle set. I turned on this thing. Okay, well at least there is a passage. They kill some bastards in here and have a pipe snap flooding the room, raising us up. Then up here we gunned some more, and when we gunned out, I headed back to the flooded room, as underwater in this fridge there is a baseball card. Then head back, go into this vent for some extra cash and a secret schematic inside this vault. Now we head on over to the rose, the thing we activated last time, and touch it again.
Do not touch!
Now the beast fatale attacks us, and let me tell you, it is one joke, seriously. If this is supposed to be seen as one hell of a fight, then you try to impress me next time. We pop through the warp pipe for the switch. With that...
How are you still alive?
Just stop Pepper now!
So, oh, I know. Just need a wee change of scenery.
So his laser shot can easily be dodged. Now he literally just aims at us and throws some bombs. It is just kinda icky that eventually he cannot be hit anymore and we just gotta fight a bunch of stage crew. Although I saw this as an opportunity for more money. So we repeat the exact moves and moments 3 times. And when we diddle through those 3 times, old Reginald Shingler wanted a different approach.
We could keep shooting for an hour and neither of us would win.
I just handed you your ass, genius.
Let's settle this the good old Tinsel way. With a fist.
By the power of cinema rules, I accept.
What the hell did I just say that?
Prepare for a lesson in pain.
So we gotta beat him up with our fists, and it's as easy as it looks. Just gotta watch out for the fire, making the battlefield smaller, and be patient, because whenever he starts blocking, you gotta back off. But with that being said...
Oh, woe is me. The rest is silence.
Well, shut the hell up then.
Going through this water pipe, I got another schematic, and that minx got away! She dropped a note, though, leading into the Tinsel Boulevard achievement for wrapping up the Blue Betty's case.
And then came the letter. For me. Oh, that woman.
With that, we leave the place.
That woman. Sure, she got away, but it didn't feel like a bust. The mystery was solved. That's gotta count for something, right? Still, it's a shame we cracked a few too many eggs making this omelette au fromage. All's well and done, until it ain't. C'est la vie.
C'est la vie means that's life, if you're wondering. I add the 2 clues, and as far as I'm aware, I can quickly go okay while I miss the comic. Fine. And a newspaper? Oh, for crying out loud. No cards, though, and those are the most expensive. But a comic and a newspaper adds up for 1 baseball card, so there you have that. But I buy every single baseball card that is so ridiculously expensive, owning all those and being pretty broke now. I only need 6 more newspapers, 4 more baseball cards, and 5 more comics. We got another playthrough to go for, but not another collectathon. By the looks of it. It was time to head over to Fard Harbor. When we arrived, I headed inside some engine room where we also deal with the Wallop boys. When I walloped their bumps, I found a vent where I also found a baseball card in the skeleton's hand. Then I backtracked to the beginning to jump into this warp pipe for a schematic. And then we see the U-boat leave right in front of our eyes. So we gotta figure out a way to get underwater. Now I took care of the enemies, and back on the left side of the port, I find the canned sea slugs for John. From there I flip a switch, opening a big gate for us. Inside here, we talk with Tammy. She asks us what we're doing here. Well, we're chasing a crazy egghead that just went on the water. Yes, a quest for justice. She can customly tailor a fancy schmancy diving suit for us. Well, aren't we just in luck you're here? She will need a helmet, heavy spiked boots, and the suit itself. Then, isn't it already made? Oh well, we need to get on the water, so let's follow your instincts. Oh, and according to her, we can already find the boots by Eddie. Just gotta find out where the hell Eddie is. So we're looking for a diving helmet. Well, hey, this might just bring us close to it. Nope, it just brings us right back to the start. Oh snap, it's Eddie already! I first grab a quick comic book though, and then we talk with Eddie.
You look proper stuffed up. Can you, do me a solid?
Like he said, he wants us to do a favor. His wife is all good and kind, but he is a very low life, juggling himself away in fondue. So basically he's a fondue-aholic. He keeps babbling on how his wife is so great and how he is an absolute nonsense, useless piece of shit. That's literally how he was describing himself. So, he just gives us the boots, as long as we just shut up and don't tell his wife that he's drinking a shit ton of fondue. And in his house, we can find the helmet. So I pop through his warp pipe, snatching the helmets, because hey, that's his wife as well. Then grab the boots Eddie dropped, and then when I passed by this bit again, I was able to enter with this big gate. I kill some idiots and get their rubber suit. And from there, I also find another baseball card. Now, with our complete sets, we head to Tammy.
Got everything?
We sure do, Tam. She plugs them all together, all the thingy-majigs and stuff, so we actually did really need her help.
So, what did you do?
Put it together.
I could have done it myself.
You don't have the manual. Now, hurry along. The anti-shock cage is right here on the boat.
Or, well, actually not. Okay. I think Jack Pepper's just cock. Wait, we gotta go into a shark cage. Okay, then.
So, time to go under the water.
Oh wow, just look at that beautiful reflection. That's just beautiful. We spot the submarine in the distance, but first got some underwater trouble. I'll continue through the underwater with some extreme danger. But it sure as hell ain't nothing for Pepper. Not entirely sure how I drink them health potions, but I do. When we close in on the big submarine up this ladder, we find a safe. A safe with a schematic. Then we find this guy sleeping on a bed. It's the guy swimming with fishes. Or sleeping with fishes, or whatever it was. And, he likes it here. So, I guess we'll just leave you there. How are you breathing? That was the only thing we had to do for the side job. Officially meaning we've done all of them. Just not concluded them yet. But we are going to conclude something else.
Look what has popped into my underwater fortress. Unacceptable! But ha! Your silly toy guns stand no chance against Van Houser's little ultimate mouse betreiber with kaboom! Halt! Do not touch that, or you'll be swimming in the fishes, Mr. Pepper.
Oh, I'll not touch it all over the place.
We shoot away his middle bits and then his two stupid tanks. From there, we gotta progress to the next section while shooting a bunch of his little projects. The second section had me blowing one up at the bottom floor and one on the upper floor. And then one a little hidden. From there, I was wondering for quite a bit to figure out how to open these doors. But there was another one on the second floor, also pretty well hidden. From there, we speak with Harsher.
There you are. You can't fathom how much time I wasted looking for you.
Meddling mouse! I was this close to fulfilling the dreams of my mandators. The dreams of an Uber!
Yeah. Killing first, dinner later.
Having this here destruct und... Ha! This will be glorious! Any second now.
Oh, great. He's not just mad, he's a full-blown idiot.
In this even bigger area, we gotta do the same old, but now, time's bound to 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Which, let me tell ya, isn't hard, just not smart to do with the cannon, as you will hurt yourself too much. So second try I pulled through, and then he started coming at me with his needle. No biggie, we finally took him down. And when we picked up the clue, we popped the smoke cheese and mirrors achievements for wrapping up the magician's case. Meaning we didn't get the misfortunes of the missing magician achievements either, so we got a whole new playthrough to go on after this. We flip the switch to get back in our suits, and underwater we grab a quick schematic and depart.
Either I stopped something big, or kick-started it. Wanda's in for a recap, corny too, messed up as it is.
We give John his canned delicacies, and he really wants us to take a bite, so eventually, when he really started convincing us, we give it a shot.
Well, son of a gun. That's actually good.
Right, huh? And just wait till they sit in the cellar for a month. Real flavor magic.
This is why I stockpile melted cheese.
And yet you keep coming back.
And yet we damn right do. But if I'm a correct man and a smart man, when we go to Bozo and bring him the good news, our achievement should pop. He isn't happy because, well, we didn't bring his friends back, he's still swimming with the fishes, so he will check it out himself. But I don't care, because the real deal Gumshoe achievement is ours with a 0.0% completion rate, being one of the first, showing I have no life.
Bendy was a little devil thing.
I pinned my remaining clue, getting me the So Whodunit achievement for having pinned every clue to the evidence board. Well, every main clue, as there ain't enough key clues, sadly, but another lead.
BMP radicals all the way through. It was staring me right in the face, mocking every wasted hour. But now I had him. The case had to rest. And so did I. Badly. 'Cause tomorrow it would all come crashing down. And I would be there to swing the hammer.
Now it's time to first buy the newspaper I missed and then finally start using our collection of baseball cards. Yes, there is a game to be played with them, and we gotta wait 30 of them for an achievement. As I got a stupid amount of cards, I must ban 3, so I banned some horrible cards, at least I think, and play. The match begins. It's split into 2 innings, aka turns, divided into 5 rounds. In the first inning you play as the batter, and in the second you switch to the pitcher. You automatically draw up to 5 cards, which is a full hand. Our opponent plays one of their player cards. If we are a batter, they play a pitcher. and vice versa. If they have it in hand, our opponent can also play a second card, a tactic card, which boosts the selected player's ability. We are also allowed to discard a card, 2 per inning, and replace it to increase our chances of drawing tactics. When a batter hits the ball, it becomes a runner. If they miss, they're out. I expect you have at least seen or played baseball once in your life. When I had won my first game, I got the Pocket Aces achievement, and then one game later I realized that when I buy in for 50 coins, whether I win or lose, I am screwed, simply meaning that I needed 1500 coins to even be able to do this. But newsflash, when I entered the Jack Squad mission, it is no longer possible to play baseball. I am once again sort of soft-locked. So I quit while I'm ahead and wrap up the case with Wanda. We tell her exactly the entire adventure we just embarked on, and the same goes for Stilton. Only Stilton talks for 4 minutes something. 4 minutes of dialogue. I like this guy though, so I enjoyed it, but it's not worth mentioning. I mean, it was optional either way. I was still bummed out on the baseball thing, but no time to sop, or well, I don't really know. I ain't got no more jobs left, which is strange. I thought we still had one. Oh, we gotta resolve the same lead again? Okay, that doesn't matter. Games have glitches. That's okay. Because we can now sop in our little bed.
After a day like that, night had to come in swinging. And boy did it, armed with half-full glasses of John's finest fondue, a pillow, and some overdue shut-eye. I was out cold, feverish. The cases, smoke and mirrors mostly, just some of it burned too hot and way too vivid. Was it all just a dream? A cheese party aftermath, or I woke up just when the smoke got real. And sure enough, there was fire. The real kind. The kind that consumes everything.
The entire city's on fire. And wait, it's John?
John? What the hell's going on?
Hell's going on, that's what. Come on, we gotta scram. Whole damn block's going up.
So Johnny Old Brown jumps on our back, and we run down and take down the stupid morons who decided to start the war with the P.I. But everyone is involved. We're talking the crooks, we're talking the cultists. Even the bloody mobsters are here. First thing Jack is worried about is Tammy, but she got off of a bus and packed whatever she could.
Brave girl.
Okay, well, good stuff. Hopefully we can find her alive. We drop into the shop, and oh man, am I gonna miss that shopkeep, and I will not miss my shots on these bilge rats tearing it apart. When taken care of, I find a schematic on Tammy's wall, and then make it to the bar, finding another schematic, and go down the cellar.
Damn it. We're too late.
Figures. So what now? Besides, you're owing me for all the damages.
Just give me a second to think.
Jack, we ain't got a second.
You're right. Let's get the hell out of here. I'll cook up something on the move.
That's what you always do.
Okay. I'll stop with that bullshit. We activate John's emergency warp pipe and escape. But we gotta fight through some more crap, find another schematic, and then it starts pouring melted cheese that I couldn't get out of in time. I needed to, well, I don't know. Jesus, what am I supposed to do here? Oh, wow, okay. Well, you just gotta wait for the door to open. Real clever. And from there I procure a little extra, make it out safely, and then another crazy wave of melted cheese came in, which, well, I mean, I were 100% at neon whites. This kind of stuff is child's play. In this chunky area...
Evening, Mr. Pfeffer.
Ah, great. You again.
What can I say? We got unfinished business.
Yeah, you bet we did.
So this lousy old freak tries to become some sort of main character in this mess. Well, let's finish this unfinished business real quick, eh? It is a short fight.
I'm not even gonna dignify you with a one-liner.
Now, Wanda secured a car for us. What a legend.
I was in the trenches. Never caught the foot. Watched the sky rip like paper while artillery wailed overhead. We made the breach, deep behind enemy lines, and lived to tell the tale. But life's a special kind of turd. Breaks anyone, if it feels like. My office, a pile of ash. Evidence, gone. So, I sat down and I had a drink. Then a few hundred more. For the first time, I didn't know what came next. Good thing someone else did.
Hey, Jack,
He said,
since you're in deep and I'm the magician, let me be your deus ex machina for real.
Steve, That son of a bitch. Always had one more race up his sleeve. Told me from the frickin' beyond he'd made a habit of recording his shadier contacts, and he left a tape in a perch with a view. Somewhere in that mansion of his was the best and, frankly, the only bet I had.
We can now no longer enter the P.I. office building, meaning we have only one way to go. Bandel's mansion. And as I see the perch with a view, we still need to find a way to get there though. Of course, ain't your standard walk in the park. Had some trouble laying our case first, but we entered the mansion in no time with some cultists dropping by. When we drop this wooden barricade with a switch, down here I get my way to the basement. I crawl into another vent, thanks to themselves for another comic. Now we need to track down another lever. And well, that was easy. It opens up the vet. Inside the vet we find the freeze gun, aka the portable freezer, unlocking the Lots of Guns achievement. Having found every non-corporate locked weapon, aka we need that ray gun still. But that one is locked behind some baseball games we cannot play. Oh, and the freeze gun is pretty mid, at least while the zero upgrades. We work our way to the front of the balcony, where we must place a stone sphere, in this stone hand. Now I had to explore the mansion for this stone sphere. Once I found it, by going through some doors, locks and combat, very linear stuff, our way back fell apart, so we had a little trap to fight through. But from that point on, I placed the orb on the hand, creating a path toward the perch with a view, where we flip this drawing board and find our next clue, the videotape he told us about. So we leave the place and gotta drive across town to the World's Fair 1934, and we find there a portable bang. Oh, our prayers have been answered. With this, I can max out my portable freezer, earning us the Will Bang OK achievement. What a name, seriously, what a name. From here, I give it another whirl, and I guess it's funny, but power-wise, it's pretty mediocre.
Big, ominous, foreshadowy even. Let's hope that bar granny took the night off.
Yeah, I hope so too, and I also hope that these bastards over here will do the same from now on, as they just keep coming! We still pick through another lock, which gets us another comic. Had to clear another big area, but all that's led to, well, not Wanda, but a Shrew docker. We tell him we are in a bit of a rush, but one of these cargo boxes fell on top of his friend, so he is face flat underneath it now. And to raise it up, we need to reach the switch upstairs, and we have to climb toward that way, and this little Shrew docker over here, well, he isn't exactly built for climbing. So the Tricks of the Trade achievement pops, because we just learned our final ability. And it's very cool, because the game just introduced one more ability, the monkey arms, allowing us to climb like no other. This way, I find another newspaper, and then flip a switch to get the old Shrew out of his little accident. He is very happy we helped him, and as a reward, he will open the door for us. Why, thank you. Out here, we are still looking for Wanda, and have many people apparently still looking for us. Once this was done, the big gate opens, and I find me a newspaper on the bench. In here, finally we found Wanda. She asks if we got the videotape evidence. Well, we sure do. All found in Steve's little old mansion. There's a high chance there's a confession on it. If we can get to the editor of hers, we can find out what's on it. Oh, really, Pepper? Enjoying a quick little champagne like nothing is troubling ya? I like it. When we make it upstairs behind these double doors, the curtains are drawn, so we gotta find a way up there. I sneak by through one of the longest vents yet and use my new monkey skills to parkour to see what they're up to.
So I slather the melted cheese on my belly like this. And then you...
Like that?
This fuse just got blown. Gotta get back to Wanda.
Yeah, I also really didn't need to hear that, no. Unlocking the vent, and when passed through, we regroup with Wanda.
So, did you do it?
Nope. But, did you know your boss is doing cheese shots off the party members' bellies?
What?
He is belly button cozy with the BMP, so how about we, don't give him that tape. So what's plan B, Wanda? Oh wait, Sawyer's making the rally public through some kind of experimental broadcast. It all runs in a tape player. We can put it and blast it all over the loudspeakers. We gotta find the sound booth, right above the BMP rally point. Now getting to the sound booth first requires you to kill some rodents. Forgot about that one. But when I pulled through all the beautiful nonsense, I finally made it to the sound booth, where I first collected another newspaper and then played Bandel's tape across the entire room.
So I tell him, get rid of the shrews. Don't care how. I want a clean red line of free housing. I drop Stilton and grab that frickin' magician's fortune. I don't care how. Dump upon the loonies on it if you have to. Just do something. Oh, deal with the magician's inheritance while you're at it.
Wow. Quite the dump to unload. All in one breath.
Hey, why waste words, right? Not like anyone's recording. Even those old-world eggheads don't have that kind of tact.
Running away. What a surprise.
Hold up. Why Stilton? Kurt kept having night sweats about him, so I greenlit that excrement tornado at the Opera House. Nobody's stealing the man's seat from me. Especially not a rat like Stilton.
Please, that guy's got no bite in his fangs. He's soft, overpriced cheese. Overpriced. It's soft.
Wow, you sure are sharp. I'm real glad we're in this together.
Come on!
You there, freeze! Ah, great, he's going up.
And you ain't going anywhere. 'Cause guess what? We've got someone real special in here. Someone real close to your cold ticker.
What?
Think, Gumshoe. Who do you care about most?
You're the closest thing I got to a dad.
There it blooms. Understanding. Last warning, Pepper. One more step and off goes the head.
I swear, I will rain fire and habanero shock on you, you flat-elbowed buzzard.
I got a feeling we're in the final stretch here. And as we once again spinish up, vitamins up, and jacked up, and even anchored up, we go through these bastards with our bare hands. We eventually run out. But no problem, as we hear Jack say, quote unquote, he will first kill him and then cuff him in that exact order.
Oh no, you're not getting away this time. No room for mistakes now. Time to move, proper-like, and finish this.
We reach another bank crate, but it's of course of no use. Deal with some more bastards on our way and step into the... No way.
It was the last stretch, and I was starting to get serious deja vu. Now, where did that bastard go?
Oh, he just quoted the beginning of the game. Oh, that gave me some goosebumps, dude. Seriously. Now, I know you're hyped to see this final bit, but I made a mistake. And not a small one either. I had to redo the entire stone hand thing again. And then, back on the road map, you could stop at a roadhouse, which literally is an ammo store, allowing me to get that comic and play baseball. However, and this is important, there is no prize machine here, plus I ain't even got enough coins to play 30 matches, so too bad. But I was able to buy every single collectible. So now, having bought every single collectible, that means newspapers, cards, and comic books, I once again went through the level where I had to get the sound room to play the tape, where just like that I snatched 1 comic and 3 newspapers. Exactly like last time. When I got all that together, I had to go through the spinach bit again, and now I'm back to where we should be. Back to the beginning of the game. This is the true real final stretch, people. We are replaying the beginning, but some things are a little different, like this target in the audience lowering hooks to swing across, do a bit of wall running and find the final comic, getting us the prequel achievement, all 29 comic strips found. But we got a pain in the ass to catch. With the elevator going up, we make it back to the area where we had to take down the bastards to be able to flip some switches to open the mechanical door. Although this time there's also a newspaper to find here.
That's it, Sawyer. You got nowhere left to run.
I run toward the dream! A bright future ruled by big mice!
Oh, you absolute... Hey! Hell.
Yeah, we finally understand what we were even chasing after. It was ugly Sawyer, and it is so done for him when I get off this roulette bit, and I of course do. With once again changing the dialogue just a tiny bit.
You know, for a 2-bit politician, that guy's got stamina. I'll give him that.
The dialogue was also different at the roulette bit, as he didn't name him Sawyer the first time. Would have spoiled too much, so it all makes sense. Anyway, here it is. Our last newspaper, unlocking the extra achievement, having found all 38 newspapers with also a 0.0 completion rate. Yes, I like to flex how sad my life is. Can you blame me?
And another. What is it with this guy in elevators?
Well, it's the last damn one, okay, Jack? Don't you worry too much now.
Sawyer! Ah, hell, he's way too far.
I can hear you just fine, you meddling mouse!
Really? With the engines and the wind?
Don't care!
Fair enough. I'll be there in a blink, alright?
Here we had a change of combat though, as chunky and little dudes weren't here before. And if I am wrong, the flying dudes for sure weren't here. But now, how did the bridge collapsing exactly end?
You rocked the boat too hard. This is where you fall down.
What a crappy... Ain't you a sight for sore eyes?
Don't go counting your mice just yet! They're coming! Get them off my tail!
With pleasure.
We got unlimited ammo now, and standing on a plane, shooting down planes while being saved by Dammy frickin' Tumbler. You guys, this is cinema. Oh, and we are swinging across planes now with an infinite hot pepper accounting with it. This is sick! We gotta jump across many planes while many crates fall out of planes, dropping in enemies. It's a simple concept, but damn well put together. When I almost make it to the targets, I do the most god-awful jump and ruin the cinema. However, second time's always my charm. Second time's my lucky charm. And we gear and stack up for the final fight.
Welcome to the trap, Mouse!
All right, Sawyer, this is it. The end of the line.
And I'd have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for you, you meddling mouse!
Nuh-uh. Not without Curd feeding you orders. A puppet's just dead wood without a pulling hand.
How dare you! Without me!
BMP will find someone else. Maybe not as camera-friendly, sure, but just as easy to steer. 'Cause let's face it, Sawyer, you couldn't scheme your way out of a running wheel. You're just not that smart.
You! Why won't you just die already?
Too damn stubborn. And you're out of time.
Now, surprisingly, this fight is pretty simple. It starts off with these 4 mega horns shooting at you, and you gotta shoot back at them and break them. In the meantime, there is also a little commentator on the news who is, well, completely just screwing over MPD. But eventually, though, it was time to get focused because he started shooting lasers at us. Well, not exactly shooting, he just prepared lasers and just shot them our way. So, yeah. Oh yeah, you see what's happening. He sends lasers towards us, that's the way to say it. Now, to be honest, this was some pretty basic stuff, really your end final boss battle stuff. But then he circles us with many lasers and tells us to look closely. We don't, and die. Now, on my second try, I clutched the rest of the battle once again, but then when I had to go do some detective stuff, I don't understand. Third time is the very sexy charm, though. Most of the time for me it's the second time, but this time it's the third time and we just had to dash through. Yeah. The rest of the battle wasn't your exact same because there were even more lasers, it was just more spam. It was kind of like we're playing Mario Maker 2. Just, you know, your average little kid who has no clue what to include in their game, so they just throw in whatever they want.
Enough of all this, you damn mouse! Your little stunt changes nothing, you hear? Nothing will break BMP! Time to end this nightmare rally!
I must squash you like a bug.
Your goons go down, then I'm coming for you. I was supposed to save this for a special occasion. Oh well. Excelsior! Something.
Now we got a little mini boss battle against this little chunky boy with some very nice muscles, but muscles against a gun? Yeah, never bring a muscle to a gunfight, even though that's not the saying it did. Yeah, he didn't make it. He didn't make it.
Oh, hell, Jake! Now I gotta clean this up myself! I'm not some crook! I'm a boss! A boss!
He finally showed himself. No more barricades, no more protection. It was time to take down Milford Sawyer. And if it wasn't obvious yet, we had unlimited ammo. So that means unlimited cannonballs and just spraying and praying on this dude.
Alright, this is it. End of the line.
Oh, just shut your damn mouth! You're a dead mouse! Dead!
That was maybe the most anticlimactic thing I've ever done in my life.
It'll be okay. My body will be okay. Right? Right?
Saw you later, pal. Ugh, that was just crap. Not gonna use it. Burn that one. Don't use that one.
We freed John as he was almost eaten by piranhas, and he's still in one piece, so that's great.
What a wild ride, huh? John is safe. Tammy made it through. The crooks are down. The little guys are up. With a shot at a better tomorrow. A couple of days of peace, if we're lucky. Still, something tells me there are cheese strings out there yet to be unraveled. But today, I'm done. Who am I kidding? The journey goes on, straight through the night, hoping dawn remembers to show.
And with that, we get a beautiful thank you for playing type of card from the devs. And that is Mouse P.I. for hire. Well, its main story, not its 100%. As you saw, we earned the tip of the cheeseburger achievement for having closed the final case. Or as the achievement describes it, case closed. Or is it? So, low-key hinting at a mouse too. But who knows, who knows. This was a game I was personally very hyped for since I saw the first gameplay footage, and it was sure worth the wait, cause what a damn piece of art it became. Although I wouldn't say achievement-wise, cause there is no new game plus or chapter select, so accessibility is one flip off in the face. Plus, at the time of recording this, 2 achievements are glitched, so I cannot even 100% it yet. When the credits end, there is no post-credits. It is back to the main menu, but we can now load old games for one specific achievement I missed, that being Card Shark. Going back to the PI office before it burns down, we see we are missing one baseball card, as this one lies in old Pepper's sock drawer. By picking it up, we earn the Card Shark achievement, also something no degenerate like me has done yet. This ain't the end of the line though. Now we load back to our safe before buying all them baseball cards. Cause with that spare money we can play our 30 matches of baseball. Smart, right? I know, I'm a very smart guy. If the game got no new game plus, I'll make my own. After winning 15 games I got 20 prize D coins. This, by the way, took me an hour. And I already had 5 coins, so it took me an hour and 13 minutes to win 15 games. And I gotta win 15 more. But hey, you know, we're doing it for the funs and giggles, cause it's so fun. However, we insert all 20 into the dispenser for the ray gun, getting the Everybody Loves Ray Guns achievement. And apparently 1.9% of people really love them baseball games. Well, that's until you gotta win 15 more. Cause when I won 15 more and it saw on the cards achievement popped, we witnessed only 0.1% was stupid enough to do that much baseball. And with that achievement, only 3 stood in our way. 2 glitched, unobtainable ones so far, and the secrets of the Shrew shortage. One that flew past my head, as you know. So now, one day later, the devs put out a hotfix, making the achievement officially obtainable. So what I did for the Our Lesser Brothers achievement. I quickly went on the boat again for the To Catch a Mocking Mouse job. When I finished it, I did not get the achievement. It simply didn't pop. What I had to do was start a whole new game, as the hotfix says that players can now only find the right clues again. The clues needed from starts that weren't even there. So I started a new save and played until the laboratory. Then I read thoroughly and realized I was just too excited. There is no confirmation whether the achievements are achievable now, and the misfortunes of the missing magician isn't even mentioned. So I held off for now. But when they actually became obtainable, we continued the journey to finally start finishing it off. As I already grabbed the key clue in the first level in the laboratory, I grabbed the Z Professor clue in this room right here. Then beat that level, and in a bit of a scene mission we had 2 key clues. The one where the 2 police officers beat up a shrew. And another in the prison cells area, where I had to talk with the MPD good cop to get the cops divided clue. Then I had to go through Cheeseball Sub for the fun of it, and then in Once Upon a Time by the Tinsel Bros we took a pic at the Truckload of Blue. And then, if all things are correct now, we can fly through a bit of the curd and pepper, and then on the job Saltwater Cambozo, there are no key clues, but we should unlock the misfortunes of the missing magician. We don't. Now, you may be asking why, and I was asking the same thing. Well, I figured it out. I also had to rebeat all side jobs, but I didn't. It was almost 4 AM on a Monday, and a Monday is not a day that I am free. I pulled an all-nighter on a workday, just to complete this, for it all to not be completed. The headache was starting to grow. The pain in my chest was unimaginable, but I had to complete it tomorrow, otherwise I might genuinely die. So it was time for round 2. I was getting the exact same clues, but this time also finishing the side jobs with it, praying to bejesus that it would finally pop. Now at Saltwater Cambozo, it is supposed to pop when you see the two dudes meet up, and I completely forgot about that, so when I obtained the last physical clue and didn't see the achievement, I almost lost my mind. But when I spotted the two, the misfortunes of the missing magician achievement pop, people. Oh my god, we're finally on the right track. This might just actually be it. We might finally 100% this mess. Now, in White Lies and the Dark Secrets, I first had to get the 3 rings mission, because in the town I find the Betty Lynch diploma clue in a shack. Now, into the mansion we get the Millie Dad's clue, and that's it for White Lies and the Dark Secrets. Hopping into Damp Evidence, where we had a side job, a dirty note clue in this open shack, and a stick figure clue laying in this open shack. Then, once at the cheeseleggers hideout, the first building on the right had the cheese stains badge clue, and that's Damp Evidence. True, started off right after dropping down the waterfall with the lab stuff and the cage clue. Then, we first had to go through at all points here, right? For Millie's side job. When we finished that one, it was time for Swamp Oddity, the place that should pop the secrets of the shoe shortage. So we first find Bandel's snuff box in the dark room on his desk, and with the next main clue being the Curdsville Nut House sign. Yes! Oh! Secrets of the street blue 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 blue. I cannot say the word true anymore, man. It's been too much. I'm apparently a little late on this one, but a little better late than never. All that remains is wrapping up the shrew shortage. We do so at the 2 catch a monkey mouse job. To be safe, I take both side jobs on the boat and complete them as well. Then we take a pic of Sims and BMP, and it should pop, yes! Meaning only one thing. 100% complete of Mouse P.I. for hire. Oh my god. It is official, baby. BMP can shut up now. After spending 39 hours in Mouseburg, I achieved all 34 achievements and got that sweet 100%. I mean, I've played a handful of games in my life, but this one was special and real good as well. It shows that when some indie developers dare to take a risk in a pretty niche area, it can take their world by storm, just like Cuphead did. I am baffled that you are still watching this, as this is one of my bigger projects yet, maybe my biggest one. We're gonna see if it can compare to Donkey Kong. But that you're here means the world to me, so I hope to see you in the next video, or maybe another one. That would be cool.